What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's Big Buji's New Year's Eve party, and we're about to get it turned up tonight. COVID's here. We can't get out, so, we're about to do what we do. If you are anywhere, around, tune in. It's going to be a good show. Had some technical difficulties, which the whole year has been a technical difficulty, but we got it together. We got it together really quick, and now we're here. We're here. Now I'm trying to get everybody into this stream, so if you're going to have to give me a second while we get everything going. We're going to be bouncing around the country tonight, so follow me as we do this. Now, didn't think that one all the way through. Here we go. Kind of moving all around right now. Not really figuring it all out as I go, but by golly, we're going to get it. Let's get it started. While we get this going, drop a little music in and let it get ready to roll.
Let's have a little fun with it. What's up, my niggas? My feelings, they won't change. It always stay the same. So know it's always fuck you niggas. And if the shoe it don't fit, just know it's not for you. I don't look at you like one of them niggas. We standing on the line, the main one at that. Just screaming out, what's up, my niggas? Still at 4-5 with me, 6s in the back, riding round, sucker ducking, nigga. Moonlight, dancing while the roof gone. With bread sitting on green like a crouton. Flash flood, cleared the alley, made a move, y'all. It's not for clout, this cactus here to stop a drop. Floor shot, boom, got Mario spitting fire out. Think of me, think of an Abe holding some lions down. Shit get real like X and them youngers out of town. He keep texting about zips, homie, not the clown. No time to sit and argue. If I say it, just know it's all true. Red Sea got parted, Noah took him by twos. Town all red, cash I need in all blues. You helped put up the circus, then that circus shit because you. What's up, my niggas? My feelings, they won't change. It always stay the same. So know it's always fuck you niggas. This I will not say again. If you are a sucker, from you I don't want nothing, nigga. If you hanging with a sucker, birds flock together. So know you are a sucker, nigga. But still at 4-5 with me, 6s in the back, riding round, sucker ducking. Nigga, the moonlight, dim by panoramic tent. It's money spent, the reason they don't smell like this. My mouth is always zipped, know will I leave my prints. They say the proof is in the pudding, well I don't eat like this. But if I live to tell my story, I don't need no script. When I speak it's from the bottom, yeah I mean that shit. Hit the mechanic with the bread, watch how greasy it get. Things to duck, rolling circle faggots and ticks, me in the booth. It's Jordan all alone for the win. Know I got it hard cause of the color of my skin. Hate to suck a dick, I'm never snaking my friends. And I got the shit from Will to put the snake in my Timbs. What's up, my niggas? My feelings, they won't change. It always stay the same. So know it's always fuck you niggas. And if the shoe it don't fit, just know it's not for you. I don't look at you like one of them niggas. We standing on the line, the main one at that. Screaming out, what's up, my niggas? Still at 4-5 with me, 6s in the back, riding round, sucker ducking, nigga.
Shout out to my team out of NYE. You know how we do. Shout out to Nine Wings, Little B, his whole family. Shout out to my man G from GPNY. Shout out Brother Will. Shout out to my Detroit team, my Florida team, my Cali team, my team down in Texas. And I can't forget about all my people in New York and Connecticut. Yeah, we're gonna be bouncing around tonight. So let me come off this and let's bring in somebody else real quick. Let's see how we can do this. Yo, CJ, you there? Yo, CJ.
Ready. Yo! What up, y'all? This is CJ Dub, your favorite producer, podcaster, live and direct with my bro, Big Buji, and this is Big Buji's New Year's Eve party. So, to start this off, I really didn't know what direction to go, so I asked Buji, I'm like, okay, bro, what is it that you want me to say? He said, just talk about 2021. There's a lot of things that I could cover in 2021, but I just chose to keep it on myself. I mean, why not? So, 2021 for me started off with the launch of See You Need a Discussion with my partner Edel, and I saw that thing grow from 1 follower to 30,000 followers. Podcast is about any and everything, 6 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure y'all check it out. So, we launched the discussion, and then my brother E also launched Facts, which he deep dives into the social ills of the world. And at times, when he needs my assistance, I assist him. But the great show, he holds it down, wonderful content. 2021 also saw the launch of Adam vs. Eve, which I did alongside my bro, the man of the hour, actually, Big Buji, and as well as one of the most talented artists out there, period. If you need graphics, if you need artwork, if you need anything like that, holla at Bella Noel. She's definitely has been a blessing to me. Also, shout out to my main man, Voice, one of the most talented poets out there. I also, my man Rob Digger, Dookie Mac, Heather, Sataya, Tony, they have all been great help. Shout out to Nisi, shout out to Trev, shout out to my homegirl Sean, shout out to Gabby, shout out to Snoop, and shout out to everybody who helped make the show, the podcast, rather, what it is. And at the beginning of the year, we will return. And as far as the entertainment, well, the podcasting side of things, that was pretty much it. But believe me, that was enough to keep me busy. It really was. So, as far as production go, I had the opportunity to work with a legend, one of my heroes growing up. Shout out to Lord Digger, big bro. I had the opportunity to produce a record for him. Shout out to Judge Diamond. Shout out to Ty for Thought. Oh man, like, you know, these are some of my favorite artists that I had the opportunity to work with. As well as home team. Shout out to the fucking Six, yo. Shout out to 6 Man Entertainment. Shout out to Sony. Shout out to The Orchard. Shout out to Who Mag and my main man Rob Schwartz. But at the top of the year, 6 Man Entertainment, we released Kill Switch 2, which is my big bro, Stuck B, and also my sister Honey De Niro. Dope album. Make sure you go check that. I may get the order of these wrong, but definitely Kill Switch 2 was first. I know that for certain. Then I think it was Get Home Safe, if I'm not mistaken. Get Home Safe, another phenomenal album by my brother Bad Seed. I had the opportunity to produce on that album as well. Then I think it was the Bad Seed album, and then last but not least, I think Alpha was last. Now I could have that wrong, but those albums are streaming on all platforms, Spotify, Bandcamp, like wherever you stream music, yo. Make sure you check those albums out. I'm co-signing, and y'all know how I am about my hip hop. Y'all know, right? So, yeah, had that going on. My sister, Honey De Niro, released the Aries remix. Also, she released Titan. She also released Comeback Lovely. And, man, what was the other one? Me From You. So, shout out to sis Honey De Niro, who was putting in her work. Shout out also to Free God, who was putting in his work. Shout out to my man Jay, Team Demo, just the whole family, man. Everybody was putting in their work and doing a hell of a job doing it. So that pretty much sums up my 2021. There was a lot done. A lot more gonna be done in 2022. 2022 is gonna be even better than 2021. So for everybody out there, it's never too late, man, to chase your dreams. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. You don't need everything to make it happen. Sometimes you just gotta go for it and go do it, and you will get great results. So that's coming from your main man, CJ Dub. If I'm not with y'all, if I don't see y'all tonight at 12:01, shalom. Woo! We out of here. Peace.
There you have it, my man CJ Dub. Gotta get him on, you know what I'm saying? Got some other people coming in. Yo, I see you, CJ, so I had to pour my shot, get it ready for the night. In my special tiki cup, thanks to the ABC store. This year I had a lot of stuff going on myself, and I definitely can feel where CJ's coming from. I started the year out with the Black Friday for last year, which was the 10-year anniversary. This past November makes the Tipsy Teapot 10-year anniversary. I think I'm gonna play some of that footage for you. I dropped like close to 40 songs this year, which is dope. I'm going for 52, which means I'm dropping a song every day next week, next week, next year. So we launched a clothing line. I'm launching something exclusively for the ladies. I'm not even going to speak on it until like January the 7th. And then I'll speak on it. But something for just the ladies. Shout out to all the artists at work, especially I want to give a big shout out to Nicole Grimes. Yo, Nikki G, she really got her grind on this year. Shout out to Murder Mill and the Marauders are seeing their stuff everywhere. Big shout out to Pizzle. And for him, you know, doing the numbers for Blind and all the other stuff, the numbers he's opening up tonight for Money Man in Raleigh. Money Man. We work right here in this building, and this man is now about to open up for Money Man. You know what I'm saying? So let me switch it up. Let me drop down and pull in my buddy, my pal. We're running behind on time, so some things got a little mixed up and whatnot, but that's what I'm about to do. So hold on, let me drop in and let's get ready to roll. on, everybody? It's you know me. We're at a crisis here in America, so me and a team from all over the country decided we're gonna do a virtual New Year's Eve bash. And I know you're wondering who is this beautiful woman on the screen with me. Well, this is DJ Malisa from Detroit. Tell everybody a little bit about you and how you got started with DJing.
Hey, thanks for the introduction. I appreciate it. My name's DJ Mawuliza. I got started officially, I'd say about 2 years ago with DJ, just mixing. Got my controller, started downloading my songs, and just been building my library from there. Uh, and really, how I came into it was just I've always had an interest and passion in music. I play the guitar, I play the cello, and it's just something I guess that naturally led uh, or that naturally followed from me doing those things and kind of enjoying and then just learning about it and learning about different DJs in the underground scene. So that's kind of how I got into it. It was like, oh, okay, let me see about blending sounds and just seeing from other people do it.
Well, this year I think DJing has really been brought to the forefront thanks to the versus battles. A lot of DJs have, and we've seen DJs with all types of gear up there. We've seen basically all levels of DJs up there. I will say that.
Oh
And
yeah.
some of them, have to practice more. I would think. Some of them, I would say, didn't know their equipment. Some of them, I would say, didn't know the right songs to play in succession. With those things being said, as a DJ, starting out 2 years ago, how did you figure out like this is the lane I want to go to, and like, did you start emulating like a DJ or saying, "Oh, I like the way how this person blends," or were you one of those people like went back to your grandma and great uncles and them when they used to have the house parties because it seemed like they had the greatest succession of records because they party like all night. So I
Right.
expound a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured out what I wanted to do, just like what lane I wanted to be in, just based off of the music I like listening to most, the DJs I liked listening to most. I like house music. I like, Detroit house. I like that lo-fi, that deep soul house with disco and
Mm.
old school. That for me is big. A lot of people say I have an old soul, and I think it may be a big part just my music taste, honestly, is what was played in my household growing up, you know, Motown, Temptations, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, and so on and so on. So
I mean,
I
growing
think,
up in Motor City, like that's like
mm-hmm.
music gold. Now, I know you have a computer set up, but do you ever go digging for vinyl records out there?
Just recently, honestly, for me, it was almost all digital, especially starting out and just kind of learning about DJing. I figured it would just be easier starting with a digital platform, digital controller, and interface, because that's what's used most nowadays. But I recently got my first record player, and I inherited a bunch of records from my grandparents that had passed a couple of years ago. And so that kind of opened the door to me crate digging and just going through all these records and
You know how to DJ,
mm-hmm.
crate digging, you know how to play the guitar and cello. I hear production coming up maybe in 2022.
That's the goal, man. Definitely. I would love to. That gives me so much more range because I'm pretty much on the brink of that now. I feel like with my mixing and the way that I mix, almost bringing up like a blend of sounds or so. I feel like production's the next step for sure.
It's a progression. I came from that lane too. As you can see, I have the vinyl behind me and
Oh,
the
yeah.
turntables, and basically I switched over, and I've been digitizing records that I use now, and I have the phase DJ system on my record player, so no more
Okay.
needles, thank God. But as we get out for this first break, we're gonna be sitting it down in South Carolina. I'm gonna let you expound to me. What do you think now is the sound of Detroit?
Ooh, it's so many different sounds in Detroit, and that's what people don't realize. You know, it's not just belonging to hip hop, although there is so much of that. And I feel like Detroit sound is just now starting to become more of like popularized and mainstream as far as like, that Detroit sound and beat and cadence. Like, so it's getting more popular for sure. But I mean, a lot of people don't know techno music started in Detroit. It was birthed in Detroit, So that's huge. That scene, techno house music, is really big in the underground. Same with soul music, disco, So there's so many different sides to what Detroit music is, with Motown and rap, and so it's just a melting pot. Just depends on what your interest is. We got something for everybody.
Now, before we get and sit in South Carolina, who would be? No, I'm gonna wait. Oh, I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
No, you're gonna come back a little bit later on in the show and give us a mix. Can you do that for us?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Well, everybody, the time now is 30 minutes till the hour, and you know what's gonna happen, right? The ball's gonna be dropping soon, and we're gonna be back and forth, but we got another couple hours of rock, so it's just me and my Lisa, and we're gonna be bringing you other people. Who do you look forward to seeing? I know you're gonna have some artists from Detroit show up tonight.
Oh yeah. Shoot. Who I'm looking forward to? I mean, you gotta play the folks that's getting play right now. So, Sada Baby and 42 Doug, and the popular artists of today.
Yeah, 42 Doug is a lot of Carolina artists rock with 42 Doug out here. So,
oh yeah,
a lot of artists come through the studio and they have those tight beats, this like 42 Doug tight beats. So I definitely understand what you're saying in the first part about now that Detroit sound is picking up, because it's like anything else. Once people start following it, then they I want to imitate it. So,
oh yeah,
I see it happening. But we'll be back shortly, and we're going to do this little break right now. We're going to drop a music video. I don't know from who, but somebody's going to get lucky tonight.
Okay, let's see it.
You are listening to Raw Review Radio. DJ Mawu Lisa.
I wanna cook me a brick. I wanna serve me a split. I wanna up me a stick. I wanna cook me a brick. I wanna serve me a split. I wanna up me a stick. I wanna might hit the trap right now, cause I think I wanna trap right now. Say I feel like trapping right now. Moon backs in my auntie front yard. Move slash, nigga ain't hard. Got a brick wrap tight, long way leotard. Got 100 bands wrapped up, long way pee wee. Nigga won't see me, nigga won't see me. I wanna trap right now. 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 I wanna trap right now.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. 5-hour drive to see my guys, cause they want some more. Cut them niggas down because his lies don't wanna hear no more. That nigga face is no good, don't let him near your hoe. Keep it on the hush hush, might clip her if she talk too much. I'm tripping, I done bought too much. I'm tipping, pass it out like Trump. Niggas throwing salt on me like he just wanna fuck. I know. She looked back and started laughing.
I just wanna fuck.
Ain't got much to say, fuck it, if you play, you lay. Snatch a kid from Circle K is Wacky in my ocean spray. Project hoe, I spiced her up, she used to rockin' Milky Way. Had the face, I fixed her body, now she pretty and she paid. This a Ferrari horse, I never had a taste for Porsche. How the fuck is diamonds on your buff? You must come from Detroit. No, bitch, I put on for the M, locked in with niggas from the D. Every week, me and my sneaky link be at the comfort suite. Might go Rooches on the red, I took the jet, the fuck is standby. Don't know why you niggas trolling, you a dead guy if it backfire. They know I'm the sickest, when I drop, I do Corona numbers. How the fuck you rockin' 50 pointers, never shot a jumper? Big bad.
If you know, you know. If you know, if you don't, you broke. 5-hour drive to see my guys, cause they want some more. Cut them niggas down because his lies, don't wanna hear no more. That nigga face is no good, don't let him near your hoe.
DJ Maruliza.
Might clip her if she talk too much. I'm tripping, I done bought too much. I'm tipping, pass it out like Trump. Niggas throwing salt on me like he just wanna fuck. I know. She looked back and started laughing.
I just wanna fuck.
Look at the ass on her. I hit the gas on her. I got the bag on her. I drip and splash on her. Snatch it off the lot and hit the block without the tags on her. Nigga drop the window, pop a op and shoot to California. Moving on my toes like a ballerina. She tryna suck me dry, call it Vaporina. How the fuck a nigga catch COVID, all that percolating? How the fuck I make it out the hood with all that dirt and scheming? One time for the real niggas who locked down, kept it real. 5 hoes at Roof Chris, what you want, I pay the bill. Ain't shit. Niggas say that he hate me, then he basically hate the real. Niggas tryna be iced up, have a hard time paying bills.
Raw review.
Niggas lost in the sauce. 2 chains came from her cheese and they equivalent divorce. Water, bitch. Bad bitches ain't gon' touch you, nigga. Go and get the boss. Go and get me. I told my bitch don't cross me, so I bought her ass cross. Yeah. Hair on pressing, stepping, pressure. You can't see the weapon. You want that DB11? Hold up, got flow seats to bracelet. My young boy be hooping, the other one be shooting. At first I was a student. We kick his dough, we loot. If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. 5-hour drive to see my guys, cause they want some more. Cut them niggas down because his lies, don't wanna hear no more. That nigga face is no good, don't let him near your hoe.
Tell the club up. Tell the club up.
You are listening to Raw Review Radio.
Tell the motherfucking club up. Yeah, hit a titty bar and throw the huns up. AK-47, man, I run up. Yeah, them 762 look like lug nuts. I be hop off the leaners on my worst slur. Pop a flat and I'm rolling like my. Pop a flat and I'm rolling, I can't turn a curve. Rollie blown, and it's Audemars, they call me 30 bucks. Tell my bitch to suck my dick, bitch, I'm a gang member. Put that air on my shoulder, make me aim different. Miss that raw inside that doggy, now my chain glitter. Fuck your ass, bitch, I want a bricky for a paid fee. Yeah, fuck, I'm doing shows and I get paid for features. A young nigga do my hit shit, he get paid to reap. I got rich and I get married, I get paid to keep it. FNN ringing on my hip just like a pager beeper. Shoot my gun up in the air, I'm tryna clear the club. Take his chain, throw him a party like I'm Mr. Ruggs. 2 pints of Kiki, that's 6,000, yeah, that's 60 huns. Hit your party, fuck a nigga section, it's all Crips and blood. Tell the club up, tell the club up. What? Tell the club up, tell the club up, nigga. Tell the club up,
Raw
tell the
review.
club up. Tell the club up, tell the motherfucking club up. What?
DJ Maruliza.
Cut the mud up, tell the plug up, tell the club up, big rings on my finger, cost me about a house, nigga. I been count my money, my dick all in our mouth, nigga. So much cocaine in my crew, we like the Ku Klux. Also up, I put the Zan on my sluts, nigga. Put a cool on that bitch and shoot a whole undone. Pay my tithes in these streets, they call me Pluto Reverend. Got that type of chick, I might go snatch up Angela, nigga. Hanging with some savages from drug dealers and gamblers. Got the devil with me, riding passenger, nigga. Walk a nigga
it down, diamonds come from Africa, nigga. Took the plug off and then I made myself a plug. I'm on Adderall, but Pluto take a lot of drugs. My ghetto bitch start speaking bilingual, I threw a him baguettes. Throw these hundreds up like singles, I can still fuck on my ex. Roll up with these demons, they take a hit, these niggas think they blessed. I can't turn the curve in this demon, I've been on this X. Leave a nigga on the curve with his head cut off, holes in his chest. All these diamonds on my wrist cost a couple Corvette. It be hard to turn down, cause I know these rappers so goofy. If the police come, I promise I'd never tell the truth. Tell the club up, tell the club up, tell the club up, tell the club up. Tell the club up, tell the club up, take the plug off, then gon' fuck the club up.
Raw Review.
Cash out, big bitch from the west side. Cash down, no, this is not a S-Class. Maybach, I've been turning up for my city. I've been turning up for my city. Richie rich, fucker, then I leave, bitch, ain't no gimme kick. All the nerve, free bitch, call me dude, I don't call her number. She finesse, babe, I need a dime. Babe, I need a, yeah, leave a messy dog, you never dog a hoe. Babe, I can't fuck all them hoes. Take a shot, and she be fly. Her marriage should never pop. Gucci coat matching my mama, 21 brand new model. Fuck nigga, before I start wild. Calm down, 60 round, ticket, bottom, sipping, down Perignon. Bitches, fine, glizzy, 9, play, and get shot. Still missing my pie. Man, if you get high, I've been turning up for my city. Turn me up, I've been turning up for my city.
Till this made me some noodles. Turn my young bitch to a shooter. Damn, I miss OG double, taught me how to pimp a hustle. I go and hear the lick, you can go and ask Bubba. Big blocks, total real choppers. Whole lot of shooters, you don't want no problem. R.P. Jumbo, top me in the broad day. Tryna pay this lawyer for my love, it's gonna be a cold case. Magic City, I'm the owner. Tell Steve Harvey on. One thing I never seen was a bitch leave. Every time I crank the car, use a key. Push, start, far, whip, 2 glizzy, extended clips. On guard, they being sober. Pour a lot of dope in my soda. Magic City,
DJ Maruliza.
Tell Steve Harvey on. Wanna
60 round, ticket, bomb, sipping, down Perignon.
big ride, really young, done. Made it bitchy wait line. I done came out the muddy. I done put the most white diamonds on the blackest hoes. I'm just turning up for my city. I'm just turning up for my city.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Maruliza from Raw Review Radio. Be sure to check out our website, rawreviewradio.com, for the latest and greatest in hip-hop entertainment. Raw Review.
Hey, just sit back, see how I play it. Shots just switched it up a notch. Let the dough cook on the stove. We turn the eye down, watch the pot. 10-17 round my chain, so I told the same amount of shots. Palm, I'm just down them hugging me, pockets keep growing out. And I had shit when I got out, had to snake my way to the top. That 2-man down, who got him shot. Brr, switch out the Glock. Mug around me, get you pop. I treat everybody like off. We move with flip phone and pages, cause the my phone get shit lost. My operation too major, I pose cause the feds watch. My firearms and narcotics, do first degree boys and robbery. KD rolling backwoods of them dead ops, I had to spot. Double cup filled over walking. The medicine in my body, signed a deal and went bought people. Them vacuum seals in my product. Want to order up 160 bags of them was garbage. Know I'm slimy as it get, I got all the way here off of knowledge. No, I can't put up my 5, this or never, not even problem. Since a young and bitch shit poppin', sent true to joggers and robbers. We backseat niggas for flies and leave his head like Dennis Rodman. When I pop out rich immediately, bitch, they say shots to the heart. Besides rap, I was getting rich regardless. Got this shit forever tatted on me, king of my apartment. Everybody keep on yapping till them 6'2" get the spark. Cut the block off, start the traffic. Car come through the Drake on park it. Brr, big brr.
DJ Maruliza.
Shots just switched it up a notch. Let the dough cook on the stove. We turn the eye down, watch the pot. 10-17 round my chain, so I told the same amount of shots. Palm, I'm just down them hugging me, pockets keep growing out. And I had shit when I got out, had to snake my way to the top. That 2-man down, who got him shot. Brr, switch out the Glock. Mug around me, get you pop. I treat everybody like off. We move, we flip on the pages, cause the my phone gets you lost. My operation too major, I pose cause the feds watch. So I stay dripping on the daylight, know that them boys clock.
Got a 40 on me right now, I ain't never scared. I'll shoot this bitch up right now, cause I never cared. Gangsta to the core, with the war, like a leatherhead. Ass hurt they sore, cause I seen some shit I never said. Thinking about my boy, don't sip Remy, I just poured. We got blowouts on the score, we couldn't catch him, so his brother did. Bring it to your door, spent a milli, ran a 4. Big old hammer like I'm Thor, cause my Cubans cost 100 grand. Stupid, is you stupid? I got one up, I shoot it. I got bands, I'm a man, rock designer like I looted. Bloody hearts, I'm not Cupid. 7 cars, this my new whip. Front line where I stood for your hood, you ain't do shit, pussy. Fuck, nigga.
You are listening to Raw Review Radio. What's up, y'all? This is DJ Mawu Lisa from Raw Review Radio. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at DJ Mawu Lisa, on SoundCloud at Mawu Lisa, and on Instagram at _Mawu_Lisa. Thanks for listening.
Most couldn't take. I got problems with some niggas cause I won't be fake. Every nigga ops, every nigga wants. It's on everybody top. I beat a case cause I wouldn't talk. You heard that side of the story, but that shit was false. The only ones that want revenge is the ones that lost. I got niggas mad at me cause I wouldn't cross. Solid as they come. You niggas ain't bust shit, how long you had that gun? Why I'm getting so much hate, I ain't mad at them. But they feelings nice up, I throw a bag at them. Damn, had to turn my thug up. Had to put my love up. Cause I don't know who hate no more. They say I'm dead, I don't even wanna wait no more. I'm a stepper, I can't walk by faith. Every day I wake up to some brand new hate. Every nigga ops, every nigga wants. It's on everybody's top. All these stars that I welcome, most couldn't take. I got problems with some niggas cause I won't be fake. Every nigga ops, every nigga wants. It's on everybody's top.
Mama, I'm a stopper. See my cousin dance on my face, I couldn't help. Your clothes on me, I'll try to backdoor you if you let them. I just sent the text 150 if you catch them. Strut. You ever been on the side of the barrel? You tell your shorties go and slide, you gotta prep them on. And when you fall out with your brothers, just don't let them go. And they ain't telling before he died, I wish I let them know. Standing over your body, I got my tears together. I just let you know I got your kids forever. Taking all these drugs, wish I could live forever. I ain't gonna even tell them what we did together.
Mama, I'm a stepper, I can't walk by faith. Every day I wake up to some brand new hate. Every nigga ops, every nigga wants. It's on everybody's top. All these stars that I welcome, most couldn't take. I got problems with some niggas cause I won't be fake. Every nigga ops, every nigga wants. It's on everybody's top.
Let me call some bitches that for sure go. Pull up on us 3 a.m. like Boston Nova, bro. Hey, go and get a bottle from the corner store. If I was you, I wouldn't fuck without no Trojan on. I just spit the nigga crib in the Louis store. She talking about what she gon' do it, she gon' do it though. All the room sold out. Pull up to the yo. You ain't gotta drive, I'm about to send this Uber, ho. The car outside, ho.
What the fuck I look like hopping out of Uber, nigga? Better send a chauffeur with some fur and some jury. Only God could judge me, fuck a 12 in the jury. Nigga, get from wrong if you ain't hung like a jury. Why you worry about a condom, nigga? Where your account? I'ma need a check before I come in like a bounce. Chanel bag, bitch, you got a list, you can't pronounce it. Balenciaga habits, damn, I need to see a counsel. But guess it, my bracelet will give a bitch a facelift. Never trust a nigga that don't look right in gray sweats. Like, why you pull it out if you ain't gon' spin it though? Nigga said he put it in, but I ain't. Let me call some niggas that for sure go. Pull up on us 3 a.m. like Boston Nova, huh? Hey, fuck a bottle, nigga, bring the corner store. If I was you, I wouldn't fuck, I'd fuck with his bro. I just split the bitch vehicle in the Gucci store. He talking about how he be spinning, but is he gon' spin it though? Bought the rooms all out, each and every flow. Sign this NDA or you can catch an Uber, hoe.
Hey, I don't even call them hoes, I'm just talking shit.
DJ Mawu Lisa.
I go from baby, I miss you to come and eat this dick. It ain't like I'm asking you to do something you ain't never did. Hey, do y'all smoke? What y'all drinking? What y'all chasing? How your friends look? Them hoes better not be basic. If y'all ain't fucking, don't pull up, we ain't gon' make it. Don't ask me what that mean pull up, get naked. I'm with 5 niggas.
Know who the fuck I'm with, man.
So bring 10 bitches.
Where the hoes at? I know you got them.
Cause I know 3 ugly.
I know all them hoes ain't cold.
And at least 2 ain't gon' be with it.
They better not.
Real gutter bitch, got my body in my mind right. I can't see the ops unless I'm looking back in hindsight. I'm in the voice and the bitch ain't even 5'9". You don't even hate me, you a fan, you need pom-pom. Sitting courtside, never been a sideline. How you to connect? You ain't even got Wi-Fi. How y'all sharing hoes when y'all sharing clothes? How you riding for your niggas but your L suspended? I can raise you boys, but this paper, you my grandson. I just dropped cash and Chanel
Raw
They say they
Review.
caught some niggas that for sure ago. Pull up on us 3 a.m. like Bossa Nova, ho. Hey, fuck a bottle, nigga, bring the corner store. If I was you, I wouldn't fuck, I'd fuck with his bro. I just picked a bitch vehicle in the Gucci store. He talking about how he be spending, but he gon' spend it though. Bought the rooms all out, each and every flow. Sign this NDA or you can catch an Uber, ho.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Mawu Lisa from Raw Review Radio. Be sure to check out our website, rawreviewradio.com, for the latest and greatest in hip-hop entertainment.
Walk in the can pop. Bump to a bitch that I know from the sandbox. Now, I ain't no little baby at her ass now. She look at me like, why the fuck is you mad now? She look way better than you used to. Wanna put you in my videos on YouTube. All of a sudden, she don't, nah, all of a sudden, she don't suck dick. You acting uppity, I don't fuck with it. And I'm up, bitch, don't make me upset. You acting ugly, God don't like that. Some nights I used to feel like God didn't write back. Pray when I was down there, he bring me right back. On the right track, the fuck I out, baby mama on the nightstand. I ain't got nan diamond on my right hand. Cause I gotta hit a nigga with the, cause I gotta hit the nigga with the goddamn, with the bandana, with the wham bam, with the scram man. Quick to grab a bitch titties like a mammogram. Quick to look at myself like I am the man. You niggas acting like Trump on the 70 feet. Nigga beat you, nigga beat fair square trying to say I cheat. Goddamn, this a hit boy, play that beat. I get a bitch, ignore it, dirty feet. Oh bad made by orbit, dirty teeth. Dirty mouth, clean it out. Little bitch ain't as freaky as she used to be. No. Gonna take a little while, get used to me. It gon' take a little while. Little bitch ain't as freaky as she used to be. Hey, little while, get used to me. It gon' take a little while.
Boom. Everything raw. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's 7 o'clock? Oh, yeah, you know I'm about to tune in. They got the hottest music. Raw review. Everything raw. Yeah. Raw review. Everything raw. Everything raw. Raw review. Yeah. Everything raw. It's raw review. Raw review. I'm tuned in. Raw. Boom. Raw review. Yeah. Everything raw. Raw review. Everything's raw. Yeah. Raw review. Everything's raw. Raw review. Everything's raw. Yeah. Raw review. Everything's raw. Raw review. Everything's raw. Raw review. Everything's raw. Raw review. Everything's raw. Yeah. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. It started in Detroit, now the world know them. Raw Review live stream podcast. Get your music heard quicker than the email blast. Send it if it's raw. Get an interview and all. They got a number you could call to promote what's going on. Music and movies and entertainment. They do pop-ups and giveaways on the daily. Yeah. Platform for any local business. Black owned and we independent. Yeah, we the best live podcast stream. You know the team is brought to you by Promo King. Yeah. Raw review, everything raw. Raw review, everything's 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 raw. Yeah, Raw Review, Detroit hottest podcast station, man. Saturdays at 7 p.m. Hit that call line, 313-473-7114. Boom.
What's going on, everybody? I'm back. That was DJ Miles Lisa's mix. Shout out to DJ Miles Lisa. So anybody needs songs or whatever, DJ Miles Lisa has you out there in the Detroit area. And if you're in Carolina or anywhere on the Eastern Seaboard and you want to get up with her, she's about to be one of the hottest new DJs coming out. You better get on it. I'm putting you up on game tonight to start 2022 off. Another thing, I will be putting out cards shortly with 800 numbers. We have our own graphic company. We can do anything from banners to business cards to flyers to digital graphics to scan cards. If you've seen the Pizzle stuff around, we did those. And I'll put it like this. It's a new way, a new decade, a new era of thinking. COVID changed everything. You can't be trying to come in the old way thinking that you're going to make it pop. It's not going to happen. I hate to say it, even though we want to, like, say it won't, but it will. Also, the graphics you just saw flying through her mix, that is from my man EX3, Brother Will down in SC, the Batman. You know what I'm saying? So, also, shout out to my man Q. Shout out to everybody in Ayton, Winterville, Greenville, whole Eastern Carolina, let me do it for you, 252. You know how we do it over here. Even the 919-336. I show y'all love. Hopefully this year y'all gonna show us love back because Buji's back. I'm back with the crown, and baby, you don't want to be playing with Buji when he's on crown duty. This is not the time. This is not the time. Like, we have a distribution company for the artists. We have so many things to go in. But I'm going to go back to that graphic. The graphic you saw, you kept seeing CBD and THC, Delta 8 products floating through. So what we're about to do is give you the interview so you can kind of get where that came from. Once you kind of get where it came from, you'll kind of get what's going on.
I told y'all we were going to be going all over the country tonight.
Here.
Right now, I have live on the line.
So once you kind of get what's going on, you'll see what we're talking about. So I'm gonna jump into this interview with him. We had some technical difficulties. The internet is crazy tonight. Everybody's on it. Thanks to Omicron and Delta virus. And we're going to talk about some of the things in review. And I'm also going to have some other people come on. So here we go. I'm bounce out of here real quick. Let's go. Okay, here we go. We have a technical difficulty. I think they should do it.
You know, it's unsafe for everybody to be partying everywhere, but we still want to get our party on and also educate the people a little bit. So, over the last few years, I've been trying to educate my fans and listeners about CBD, and a lot of people have. I was talking about CBD before it popped off here, and then once it popped off, now everybody has it, but it's not all the same. And this gentleman right here, from me personally being a avid CBD user, he has some of the best CBD I've tried ever. So I'm going to let him speak a little bit about the Mellow Store, where the Mellow Store came from, how did you get into the game, and where do you see yourself taking yourself in 2022?
Well, the way I kind of got into this thing is I had a partner of mine, and we were just kind of just dapping each other up, and talking about what we gonna do, what's the future like, everything like that, and he had already started the business, and once I myself started trying to give a couple things, and he's like, man, I think you need to try this couple things. If you got any aches and pains, if you can't sleep at night, your anxiety or anything like that, he said, man, I guarantee you this stuff will, do you like it's supposed to. And I was skeptical about it, and I was like, yeah, so, and I didn't know anything about it. And this has been 2 years, 2 years plus ago. And when I tried that product, and he was like, he was like, man, I guarantee you it's gonna. I was like, you guarantee it? I was like, man, that's hard. That's a big word. Guarantee is a big word, you know. So I ended up trying the product, and man, I slept that night. Um, my inflammation, my joints, all that stuff. Um, it went away just like that. When I started taking the product, I started on a night, started taking a gummy at night. When I slept, man, I slept good, felt like a brand new baby. When I woke up next morning, I didn't have no hangover, no symptoms, and all that stuff like that. Wasn't none of that. So it made a big impression on me when he told me that, and I was like, yeah, he guaranteed, he stood up with it. So from then on, I pretty much just said, hey, he tried to get me to come in his business, but my mindset is up here, because pretty much all my life I've been in the entertainment business and get into business and started doing business myself. So when I started doing, I already have that mindset. So when I got that mindset, it already done popped in my brain. Hey, you can bust this open and do it yourself, or you can just move on to something else or whatever. Because I always been that way. I always jumped out there, tried to jump out there first and be the one to do it. So once I got out there, I find out all my information I need to know, got all my contacts, and that's one thing I'm good at. I make sure I try to find that bottom dollar where I can get a good product from, and then where anybody that want to prosper, and being an entrepreneur, that's kind of where you think and you motivate that away. So that actually pushed me to say, hey man, I can go ahead and do this thing. So I did all my research, got all the things I needed. I started up with when the brand I had. I was just searching one day, and actually, a girl that actually works for me. I told her, say, go and try to find me a couple of logos or something good, and give me a little, give me a little something to go with it. And that's what she came up with. She came up with the Mellow Nature's Way, and it sat in with me. It sat in with me, and I was sold. So, but my thing is to get out here and help people and let them know what this product can do. It ain't no joke. If there's a situation, I mean, it goes from the flour to the gummies to the edibles. Now we just I partnered with another guy from Trinidad that actually been growing cannabis for 40-something years. He moved close by me, and now he's got these concoction, you want to call it, but he has this mix. Everybody's doing the Delta 8. He's doing the Delta 8 a different kind of way. And for those people that's real high tolerant, this stuff here can put you right there with the high tolerance people. That's how good it is. So I mean, that's mainly everything that he told me. He said, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll get some good product out there. And from there on, I stuck with him, and he said, man, you sell this out here, and I guarantee you have repeat customers, and it's all legal. So, and I jumped right on there, partnered with him, and said, hey, now I'm good on my flour, I'm good on my gummies, my vape pens. I carried brands, I carried shisha for the hookahs. That's it.
Yep.
Big Buji got it right there. So
yeah. I saved this until I got ready to meet with you. I just took it out of pack, folks, to start the new year, and this is the Pineapple Express mellow
Yes.
store. Me and Willie B, we talk about it. So when you saw me, all right and giggly, and on one show when I first got this, you can ask Willie B, I about passed out on the show. That gummy hit me midway of the show. I had took it early on, and I should have been going to sleep, but I didn't. So I'm doing the show, and next thing I know, I'm nodding like I had a melatonin, and it's true. I have a lymphedema in my leg, and I have real bad problems with my joints and with arthritis and with with the lymphedema, with my swelling and pain. And the doctor was subscribing me almost 90 perks a month.
Wow.
And when I found out about CBD, and people were like, "Oh, you're smoking weed, blah blah blah," and that's the misconception about what it is. That is a big, it's from that cannabinoid family, but it is not that. So, after the misconceptions and all that, and I had to think about my health. Like with me doing so much in the studio and moving around, I can't be down, and this allows you to hit the pen, and keep your day going, or eat a gummy or even an edible, and be able to function during the day. It's not that 70s, that thing they played out like, oh, you're going to be somewhere on a couch. This, but I'm going to be even realer with you. It's almost sometimes like a Ritalin because it'll make you focus. So
Yes.
a lot of people don't understand the power of this. Me myself here in North Carolina, I know a lot of the methadone clinics. They subscribe CBD to the heroin addicts because
Yes.
we're gonna talk about it. We bring it in the new year. We're gonna open your eyes to some things. Now, if you know what methadone is, it is basically a synthetic heroin to
Yes.
get people off of heroin. But now, your receptors that get you high, if you take in the CBD, well, your body rejects or doesn't want the heroin or the methadone. So they use this to wean them off and also give them not the same feeling, but a feeling of a highness so they can wean them off of the drug. So you have to look at this. These are doctors prescribing this for patients who are strung out on oxys, perks, and I know a lot of people with heroin and other drugs, and this is helping them. You also have cancer patients that this is helping, and we're not even going to get into children who have seizures and other problems that are based in. I know about Charlotte's Web. Charlotte Web really helped those children. A couple drops a day will almost take a kid from having seizures a day to no seizures. But you also have once again, that stigmatization of what it is. And sometimes we have to look at where it came from because when you go back to the 1700s, 1800s, this is what these Indians were smoking.
Yes.
So when they were taking the stems and sticks and making the hemp ropes and fibers out of, they were smoking and using as medicinal uses, even with cooking, the CBD bud or flowers. So a lot of times when you have people saying, "Hey, what's a flower?" The flower is the bud. We're going to break it down. We're
right.
elevated in the way we speak about it, so we use the word flower. So and you get the flowers just like you get anything else, all different flavors, styles, taste, looks, sticky, non-sticky, however you want it. And I know a lady here, she uses it to make cookies. So, and you have other people that use it. They make Rice Krispie treats. They make CBD butter. And but I'm looking at your poster. I'm seeing the drink. Can you explain to them the drink? Some of the things on the poster right there.
All right. Let me slide that over a little bit. Most of the things we got the Skittles, the regular and the tropical, Trips Ahoy. It comes with 2 chocolate chip cookies in it, and it actually have 250 milligrams according to what the count is inside the bag on the Skittles.
Okay.
But you have the same thing that you have with the cookies. So if you, in other words, you got 250 milligrams there. So all you got is you got 125 milligrams of Delta 8 in each cookie. So if you eat one cookie, you know, that can do something to you. Seriously do something to you. And then we have the coffee. The coffee is phenomenal.
I want to try the coffee.
Drinkers that comes in and they were like, man, this coffee is so good. And it relaxes them first thing in the morning. It's get them focused right off the bat. They don't have to, if they vape or do edibles, anything like that. But if they're original person that like to drink coffee in the morning, man, drinking a cup of coffee, it settles you out, put your mind where you need to be. If you get them focused right off the bat, they don't have to, if they vape or do edibles, anything like that. But if they're original person that like to drink coffee in the morning, man, drinking a cup of coffee. The D-salt is actually more of a, like a candy, if you got like a bubble gum and stuff like that, it just have different flavors. It has that taste that'll put it in your mouth. Like that the original person that like to drink coffee in the morning, man, drinking a cup of coffee. The D-salt is actually more of a, so in other words, like a candy feel that you want with for the nicotine. If you got like a bubble gum and stuff like that, it just has different flavors. It has that taste that'll put it in your mouth. Like that the original person that like to drink coffee. The D-salt, man, drinking a cup of coffee. The D-salt is actually more of a, so in other words, like a candy feel that you with for the nicotine. You got like a bubble gum and stuff like that. It just has different flavors. It has that taste that'll put it in your mouth. Like that the original person that like to drink coffee. The D-salt, man, drinking a cup of coffee. The D-salt is actually more of a, to grab one and start drinking because I know how refreshing it is because it's just like lemonade. And it's very refreshing, just natural juices and everything that's put in there. And it has 25 milligrams of Delta 8 in it. So it has a little kick behind it. If you drunk that one bottle, maybe two of those bottles, it'd be like you probably drinking a 6-pack plus. So then that's how my lemonade. My lemonade is real good. Then we have the pre-rolls. Pre-rolls are rolled in keef and dipped in Delta 8 concentrate. So you smoke one of our pre-rolls, you gonna know you smoke one of our pre-rolls. I can say that.
And I can attest from that, yes.
Yeah, Buji say he can attest for that too. And we have mysteries. So with people out there, we have shisha also. So with people out there that actually have hookah lounges and stuff like that, we have the shisha that you put inside the hookahs. We got different flavors. This here is peach, but we have different flavors that you can add for your hookahs.
Yo, anybody out there, tell Deuce to holler at me at the hookah lounge. I got you now, Deuce. Tell him to holler at me.
Okay, 10-4. And then we got the peach ring, the almighty peach ring, which there's definitely a witness on that.
Hey, you in church? I'll tell you that now.
And then the other thing, we have soap also for the ladies. Soap, and we're working on some bath bombs also, so the women can get, just they want to get the regular bar soap or they get the bath bombs. And when you soak in that tub with nice warm water, and you putting that soap on your skin, trust me, you might have took a good shower or bath with the best soap that you like, but when you try that, you're gonna come out feeling fresh. When I say fresh, fresh. So and the last thing we got is the rope, the nerd ropes. Now the nerd ropes, they have a sweet taste, and everybody done probably had those the nerd ropes. This is pretty much the same thing. It's got it in 250 milligrams of Delta 8. And believe it or not, you only need probably about that much of that rope, and then it'll change the way you think about candy. I guarantee you that. But that's about it. That's everything we got on this poster here. We do have other products and stuff we carry, the bongs. We carry cereals. We carry T-shirt, attire and stuff for wear. But mostly we got is a lot of good flour up there. I got a pound in the other day, and that pound is very, very good. It'll put you in that position to where if you're a very high tolerant person, it will work on you. Yeah.
Is there a certain flavor that is, or is it just
it's the one that I just got in is it's called Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops? I think I need a bowl of Fruit Loops, folks. To start the new year off for a bowl of Fruit
Hey, bring the new year out, get a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Now, we're going to slow down for a second and pause it and get ready to jump into a performance. And I think this guy is going to perform is from your area, Carl Glizzy. You know Carl Glizzy?
Oh yeah. That's my guy there, man. He's one of a kind artist, man. He's just he's been moving up, traveling, doing shows here and there, and I can't say much about him. Actually, I seen one of his videos before I actually knew who he was. Once I found out who his daddy was, I was like, whoa, man, y'all hit me with a rock on that one, because I sure enough didn't see that coming. And once I tuned in, went to some of the YouTubes, or he's on Instagram, he's on TikTok, YouTube, he's on all the major networks, and he's out there. So he's definitely somebody to be reckoned with.
Well, we're going to go into this Glizzy performance, and we'll be back.
Moment of silence, sitting up top for all them brothers out there that ain't gone. I had to try, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, I just had to move on. I feel the hate, I hear the lies. No, I don't trust them, they all in disguise. I'm on the go, I'm on the rise. We can't compare, I ain't none of these guys. Really came up when them people had slept on my music. I'm chilling, no care for the hype. I'ma go get it, we pushing, we gotta maneuver. I'm mugging, I ain't being nice. You say you won't, I think you might. I really love her, but she just what I like. I ain't impressed with these cats, they be tripping on track. And I know they don't mean what they right. Put some respect on they know how I'm coming. No, I ain't no killer, but I'ma protect. Two to the chest, one to the head. Do what I got, I'm close to the edge. He feeling good, he tryna flex. Waiting my turn, finna be next. Yeah, I'm a trip, what you expect? This come from struggling, all the neglect. They moving quick when they want some, moving real slow when they owe some. Don't try to pitch in cause the dough coming. I got the wife cause his nose running. It can't be on sight, he won't know it's coming. I gotta grind, ain't no bumming. Got that on your mind, say something. In order to catch him, I play dummy. I'm keeping it G, I don't say nothing. I gotta wait cause the day coming. Don't disrespect me cause I'm gonna do what I got. I promise I ain't running. Yeah, they was picking up, came a long way from the bus. None of that ain't funny. And I be tripping, have troubles controlling my anger. Will lash out and break some. Never forget, I am the greatest to step on the mic in the city. I mean it, y'all make me sick. They hype it up when they do it. I did it when they ain't believe me. Most of them sleep, they really greasy. Smile on my face, you wanna beat me. Cause I been snapping, I make it look easy. Loving the fashion, you can't help but see me. I ain't have sources, it wasn't nobody passing me nothing. I had to go get it. I was the underdog, manifested what cause in my life, all because it was written. Gotta cop me a box Chevy on some 24s, have it sitting. Thought I was all that in my mama's bourbon, cause she went and added on the sixes. Pull up, hop out, say your piece, network and go. Stack your bread, stay consistent, keep it pimpin', pedal to the flow. Understanding their intentions, keep them far, should I keep them close? Shout out down, R.I.P. to Riga, I forever rep this quote. I take a chance, that makes reality real, that makes a fantasy true. That's all around, it'll come back with a force. You gotta watch what you do, see what I'm saying? Y'all better soak up the game, a turn is not eternal. Stop being capped, telling them lies in they raps, they get under my dermals. They pushing, I been on the road, cause I'm finna leave them, boy, I'm finna burn them. No Feel like it was a sermon. It was a sermon. Stacking my earnings. Or just stacking and saving my earnings. Don't give it to you like it was a sermon. Please. Call.
Now we just came back from Carl Glizzy performance, and I got Carl Glizzy over here on the side. What's going on, Carl? And who's that beside you, man?
What's up, man? How you doing, man? This is my pops right here, man. My dad, man. This called to clarity, seeing Mr. Go Get It himself right here, man.
Mr. Go Get It. How you doing, Mr. Senior?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Mr. DJ Buji, man? Good to be on here with you, man, and collab with you, man. Nice to be meeting you and seeing you, brother.
Hey, look, we got a lot of stuff coming up in 2022. I've been sharing Carl's feed over here in the Carolinas, and I've been listening to his style. The young boy got it. I'll put it like this. You got a charisma and a character about yourself, as they just seen in the performance. But especially when you go through your Instagram and your feeds on social media, just the way you portray yourself, you give them that feel of the it factor, the next to pop. So I want to talk to you a little bit of how did you just pop into the game like that, or is that something you worked on, or did you and your father kind of tailor it together, or how did it all come together? We just lost the feed. That's what happens when we're live. But guess what? I still got William here. I'm smoking on some flowers. The news is about to pop off. He will be back. Now, the flowers.
Slow it down.
See, I learned something a long time ago. I used to think, oh, this CBD, oh, you can hit this because it ain't real weed.
Right.
That is not true. That is not true because you hit it too hard to do what I do. Your cough and a lot of people disappear and everybody pop back in at the same time. It was a magic cough. Now we're all back. So going back to that question, how did you get your social media game so tight, sir?
So basically, all this was like years in the making. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sister started writing my raps for me when I was like 7. You know what I'm saying? And then after writing like the first 1 or 2, she was like, all right, you gotta start writing them on your own because I ain't gonna keep writing them for you. So I kind of had to start writing and make myself start writing. I've been writing back to back like every day since like 11 years old, just every day writing. And, you know, I came to my daddy and I told him, I was like, you know, I want to be a rapper. And, you know, he told me if I was serious about it, you know what I'm saying, I need to keep writing. You know what I'm saying, perfect my craft, learn how to, like, you know, he was telling about studio time and all of that. So he gave me the game on everything. So all the years I would just write. I would make sure I stood, like I would be around certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just stay in my own lane, keep writing and perfecting my craft. You know, giving myself time, man. I slowly grew, started doing stuff with my homeboys, and then, you know, my daddy was back home, man. We kept linking and getting on it, and I mean, yeah, I just had a drive. You know, it's been living with me for so long, and I didn't really start beefing up my social media game, you know, really until like 2019, 2020, after getting on the road with Mousefest and touring with the Mousefest tour. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they do a lot of showcase for different independent artists, you know what I'm saying, to give us a platform to get on and meet different people. And I just learned from them what I saw. And they were just, they were strict about, like, basically, you got to have an image. You know, as an artist, you have to be able to paint an image. So I started, you know, posting more pictures. You know, I would capture my songs. I would just try to make my image as trendy as possible. Dress like me and just push nothing but me. You know what I'm saying, to the media. And I don't fake it. I'm going to give it to you like how I see it, you know what I'm saying, and how I live it. You feel what I'm saying? And then I just put that on the media to show my music, and I let it grow from there.
Now, one thing I've noticed about your lyrics, they're more uplifting and cleaner than a lot of rappers coming out of Florida. Was that a conscious decision you made, or is that just the way the pen goes, or how do you keep it street and keep it wholesome and keep the edge all at the same time?
I think it was like more of a mentality and like a respect thing. When I was a jit, when I was writing, I just felt like it wasn't appropriate for me to too much be cursing like crazy because I would want to rap this stuff to like my uncles or my dad, you know what I'm saying, and be able to do it in certain places where people can hear my talent. So I think it just became habit after so long where I didn't even have to curse in it because I was writing without doing it so much, you know, and after doing that for like a year or two, 3 years, I mean, I've been writing without cursing for like forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started doing it recently. And you know, I think it just comes with the mentality and what you see and what you're around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, I just pushed what I knew and pushed what I loved because I knew my biggest fans were the people that was in my circle. You know, and I wanted them to be able to hear and relate to what I had to say without me cursing and being vulgar. You know what I'm saying? And now I got that respect from all my people. Where they know, you know, okay, he worthy on the mic, he worthy with them lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't, you know, I can let loose and really show you what I'm holding back. But that's all it really comes with. It's a growth process. It's just a process, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I love that because, a lot of artists, me being a producer and engineer, I run into them and they might can rap, but it's so vulgar, right? You really can't push it anywhere. And being here in the South, most of the events where artists can perform, especially now with COVID, is going to be a community event. It's going to be a family type function. It's going to be somewhere with kids. So I look at these artists and I be like, you shooting yourself in the foot because you have the rhyme, you have the skill, you have the cadence, you have the bars, even picking the right beat, but the subject matter will not let you get through the door. The subject matter is going to close the door on you. And a lot of artists are like, oh, no, 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 no. But when you really think about it, right? An old man told me this when I first started doing music. He said, when you get a hit, it's a song that you can play for your grandma, you can play for your favorite teacher at school. He said, and you can play it for your pastor. He said, when you can play them songs for them three people, he said, and not have a reproach come across your face because you know what you about to say is not going to go over. So you got a hit song. And I started thinking about that younger, and I was like, wow, that's deep. But a lot of people don't get that education or even get to understand that. Now, Go Get It. Where did the name Go Get It Records come from?
It's the original. It's the original right here.
I know.
Well,
I know.
Actually, I grew up in a small town, Lake City, and it was a lot of things that a lot of people wanted to hear. I started out young hustling, but as I was hustling, I was taught by some other hustlers that was older than me that, hey, you need to try to get something. If you're not gonna go and get on the 9 to 5, you need to get something you can sell to people so you don't look like you're doing crooked work. So I actually was that one that if it was something out there that wasn't here in Lake City, I would go get it. So I just started calling myself Go Get It. I said, I'm gonna go get it, I'll go get it. You know, and after a while, it stuck. I was writing lyrics. I stopped writing lyrics at a young age and started kind of writing little poems for the church. And I was still hustling them. But if anybody asked me about anything, if it was in Atlanta or New York or anywhere, I would go and get it. I would pay for it, get it, and I tell them the price is gonna be when I get back. So when I started back with the music with a few fellas around here, I came up with Go Get It Productions. Okay. And after that, I ended up getting incarcerated and I came back. I said, you know what? I'm gonna change it to Go Get It Records because I'm a different person. And my son then come to me and say he want to rap. We'll start it this way, you know. So while he was out here doing what I asked him to do, I was in there reading books and studying more about record labels. Instead of the artist part, I did more record labels because I felt like my son was doing the artist part. So Go Get It came from me starting back then going to get stuff for Lake City that other people wouldn't go get.
So now, for all the people watching and who don't know where Lake City is, can y'all describe to me what part of Florida Lake City is?
I would love to do that because that's my main thing. Lake City is you. I'm gonna put us in it. We south of Jacksonville, we north of Gainesville, but we the only city and county where I-75 and 10 cross. That's why they call us the gateway. If you get to I-75 and 10, you in Lake City.
Now, for all my hustlers out there who are watching, and if you didn't know what he's talking about here in North Carolina, that would be Wilson and Rocky Mount, because 95 and the other major roads cross 95, and I think 795 cross there. So when you have those crossings, you have a lot of things that move in and move out very smoothly in a circle. Yes, sir. We're gonna have a economics lesson right now on
Okay.
street economics. I'm gonna be real with you. So when we look at black cities, right, especially black areas, they usually build us up by a close cross section.
Exactly. Right.
Now, once the city builds up, it's usually white people in the inner city. And then as it builds up, they move towards the out part of the city. They bring more roads in through the inner part of the city, crossing up, and usually by the end of it, they bring that nice red train track right through the city. You know what I mean? That's the white folks side over here and the black folks side over here.
Over there. Right.
Go up the tracks a little bit, it's the Mexicans and the Italians back or the Cubans back. That's how it is. And what we don't realize is that road system that they building, if we ever establish a business and put that business right there in the right place in that crosshairs of those sections that's kind of on the outside of the city, but just enough on the inner side, you're going to, as these people leave out and come in every day, you're going to get business. But when you look at our businesses, we usually don't. We want to build really on the inner city, or we want to build in a place where it's not really, because we don't look at the growth. And what they look at is growth. So when they build that first little inner port, they look at that it's going to grow into a 150 yard mile radius that they're going to be able to put businesses in. And most of the time we don't see that. And I'm glad that you said that, being in a crossroads, and being in a crossroads is a great place also for music artists, because with that same circle of movement going around is the same circle of movement that can move your music out. Now, what is the biggest college around y'all?
The biggest college around us is UF.
Florida.
Gainesville.
Now,
we kind of in the middle, because you go a little bit west, you're gonna get Florida State. You go a little bit south, you're gonna get University of Florida. And that's all. This whole town is nothing mixed, but a bunch of a lot of UF and FAMU, and then you got Hurricanes. So all them same people are right here in this same group, because we all love Florida like that.
Right, and you can't forget UCF and USF.
Yeah, y'all making me hurt, because I'm from Carolina, and we good at basketball, and until we go down to Florida, we good at football. But once we go down to, I don't know what it is about y'all Florida teams. Y'all got a special knack for football down there. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible, and the passion that the fans have is also like I've been to down when Florida came here and ECU played them. Y'all drive all the way up we going to around the corner like y'all come to support your team like, and I like that, and I wish you know we as a community in hip hop and in other businesses would do that same support for our businesses and our artists, especially locally. Because my biggest thing about music is every major artist is a local artist from somewhere.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
You know.
That's right.
So if you're listening to the stories of, let's just say Rick Ross, well, you listen to Dade County stories basically. Even though it trends across the world, you're listening to the basic stuff that goes on in Dade County, whether it was previously or present day, is something that's going on in Dade County. And, now you have, Carl Glizzy, the chance to bring the world to know about Lake City. And I seen some of your stuff. Is it true they call you Mr. Lake City?
Yes, sir, it is. I got the name from my pops. And it's passed down.
See, I like that. So let me ask you this. You seen your father get in trouble from doing a street game and then changing. How did that make you go for your music? Did it make you focus more on the music and never really think about the street game because you saw what the downfall was? Or were you ever tempted? Let's be real.
Whole time in the rap game, I always was interested in the street game. I always felt like I was gonna jump into it. But I felt like at the time when I was writing, like around 13, I was like, this ain't my time to jump into it. I just felt like, and I think so long just waiting it out because I always played. Like I had friends that was in the streets and everything like that, so I was still connected with it, but not in it. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of knew the consequences that came with it. So I kind of like, nah, I just stick off and do my music because it's gonna blow and I'm gonna get paid from that. So I just stick with that, so nothing else don't slow me down. You feel what I'm saying? So but I always look at the street like everything about the streets I love. Like most of my role models, thugs and gangsters and mobsters and everything like that. Like I don't really look up to regular people. So the streets are nothing but my influence. You know, my music. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Pops. Now, the next question is for you. When you were locked up, were you scared that your son might get taken by the streets, or did you know that you instilled enough in him that you knew that he was going to take the right path while you were gone?
Well, honestly, I did know because he was 7. So what I did, I actually kind of changed my life after sitting up a year. I asked God if he could protect my family for me to do the time. I study his word and go from there, and I let him guide me. So I did fight with myself a lot about him getting tossed differently, but my mama made sure that, and God made sure that I was close enough that she could bring him every weekend. So I had at least one day out the week to give him a real good talking about the streets. And then I think they really didn't like seeing me locked up because they was actually with me when the DEA agents came and picked me up. All my kids was with me at the time, and we was in my pool hall. So I don't think they liked that. Gleazy kind of laughed about it, but my oldest daughter kind of cried, and he kind of got figured out after he didn't see me after a while because he was young. Him and her mama was young, but Brene was old enough to know. She was 13 when I got arrested. I think Bam Bam was like 6, getting ready to go on 7. So yeah, it crossed my mind, but I didn't let that bother me to the point the way I couldn't do my time because I actually did the whole 6 years with no write-ups at all, and I was blessed the whole time I was in there. So it was a big experience for me, and that's what made me come out and want to push hard with my son to make sure I ride with him all the way, to where he comfortable. And and that time helped me out a lot, DJ Buji. It helped me out a lot. It really did. But I don't even think I really thought about him being sucked up by the streets, because I had a reputation here, to where people kind of looked up to me, so they didn't really want to see my son in what I was in anyway.
Got you there. Now, I'm gonna start with Mr. William down at the Mellow Store. What is some of your New Year's resolutions for 2022, or some things that you want to accomplish next year, sir?
I got a lot, but I'm gonna break it down to where we'll just try to keep it simple and easy. 2022, I got sets out to get. I'm in the process right now of opening up another store. We're gonna probably do next year. I'm looking at least doing about 4 stores besides the one that I already have now. And we're gonna try to push this thing and try to max it out. We got a whole complete distribution company that's getting ready to get situated. We gotta cross some T's and dot and get that information and stuff ready. So when we get ready to hit the market, we're gonna hit it hard, and we're gonna be able to provide. And I'm. In reality, I'm looking for more Black entrepreneurs to try to help them in a way that I'm a match whatever somebody else, other distributors got, but I want to give you a little bit more. So your product sits up way above everybody else's, and you can, all you have to do is do your part as a salesperson, sell that product and make it happen. I mean, it's all about trying to get that bag right now.
Yeah, that's true. Now, going to call Glizzy and Father Call. That's what I'm gonna call you from now. Father Call and Call Glizzy. Yo, that's a ring. So, what are your predictions, and what would y'all like to see happen in 2022?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Well, 2022, every year they come New Year's resolution. I just like to reflect back on the year to see how I grew and what all I got accomplished. I look back on the struggle. 2022, I just see it as a year where I'm gonna test stuff down again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit with another flame stronger than what I hit with last year. It's gonna be a little different. So you're gonna feel every side of me. So I try to grow as much as I can every year, just accomplish as much as I can musically and learn as much as I can musically or whatever. Because I just want to grow mentally. I want to grow hip hop. I want to grow all that way. So I just challenge myself to just get stuff down. Whatever I can knock down, knock it down. And at the end of the year, I just look back and be like, dang, I did it a little bit. Let's do it again next year. You know what I'm saying? I just want to knock down obstacle after obstacle and keep growing.
And Father Call?
But 2022 for go get it, because I always tell Carl Gleason and Gold Daddy that my life done been lived the way partying, and I had a good time, and so now it's to build a foundation. I actually spoke with Gleason about what I'm here for, and I'm gonna make sure every block that he needs for the castle that he built. Kind of like I told myself, I'm like David, you like Solomon. I can't go no further with the music but besides building and making sure you got the right tools. So my thing is, whatever tool I didn't have last year, 2022, I'll make sure I have that tool. And I got a list. And to be honest with you, God blessed me with a tool that I'm truly thankful. And that's William at the Mellow Shop, #1, because he's been a friend of mine since, before I was in the 9th grade. Me and him been friends. He used to be my car, so that's a tool. And then he was that tool for y'all to be a resource for you guys. And I feel like that's another tool. That tool has been added, and we haven't even made it to exactly the way we want to be. But 2022 now is gonna be, for me, it's gonna be go get it, go get it, go get it. With the podcast, with Carl Gleason, Gold Dahlia. We got music gonna be ready to come out for 2022. The podcast got some new things just gonna come up for 2022. My son, you see this shirt my son got on the Method Poetry. He actually started there at Columbia High. He started there, and they turned it into a class. I just found out the night they closing that class, so that's gonna be another mission I want to work on, getting that class back open at the Columbia High School for that method portion, because it kept a lot of children out of trouble. Here, like I told Will on the talk, if you go and look at 10 of the dangerous most cities to visit in the state of Florida, Lake City 386 is number 6. And we only have one high school. So our thing is to get us together and keep our children from killing each other, or putting our children, or having our children put our other children in a position to be killed. And with the Mellow Sharp, he got a lot going on with that. It's a lot of people don't understand about that. So 2022 for me is to go get it. Go get it. Go get it. And I always go get something I ain't have last year. So it's always gonna be something new. I'm gonna plan every year as long as I'm breathing. So 2022 for me is to keep going to get it and get the tools that I didn't have last year that I know I need this year.
That's wise. I learned a long time ago. I always try to compete with myself from the year before. So whatever I did last year, I try to top the next year. And as long as you constantly do that, it makes you a better person. You don't ever get lost in trying to figure out what the next man's doing because you're too busy topping yourself. So I understand that, and you got to go get it, and go get it. And this is William with the Mellow Store and Carl Glizzy and Father Carl, both all from Lake City. And any shout outs, any love y'all want to give before this new year gives in?
I guess I need to get a shout out to Carl Gleason, Go Dalian, and Mr. Bossman Lake City, and you too, Big Buji. Will, everybody's been phenomenal. We just want to keep this thing rolling and make sure we do what we're gonna plan on doing for 2022. And like I say, you can't ask for nothing else more than that. And then the man above, you can't forget him. I mean, he always there when nobody else is. So and this is the thing that I'm looking forward to, and we got a lot of things in store, and we trying to get that bag. We want to do some things in the process of getting that bag to get a lot of people straight. You know, just like Mr. Carl said, that we're trying to get community situations together. We ain't doing all that crazy stuff. We trying to get things done right, and we want people. We want to see somebody standing instead of laying on their back, and that's all real because we do have some situations going on in Lake City, but you got to stay focused. That's everybody. Everybody always got to stay focused. You can't get nowhere if you're not focused. But that's really my shout out to everybody, and hope everybody can make this thing happen.
Salute. Y'all guys?
I just want to, I give my shouts out to God for getting me through this year, man. Blessing me throughout the entire year with just more exposure. I mean, shout out to Lake City in general. Shout out to Columbia High School. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Day Springs, the church I used to go to. Shout out to Long Street. Shout out to Zion. Shout out to the other artists in the city. Shout out to the Mellow Stone. Shout out to you, Big Buji, my pops. Go Get It Record. Go Dahlia. We in here, man. Just shout out to everybody, man. It's all love.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your performance. And anybody who wants to get in contact with the Mellow Store, they can reach you at themellowstore.com.
Yes, you can hit me at themellowstore.com, or you can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and that's mainly where you probably see majority of stuff. But if you need to contact me, you can contact me by email. If you have some business proposition, we are talking to people and actually finding out if they're looking to open a store similar to mine. I got some deals on the card about that. you can just hit me up. You can get a hold of Big Buji, or you can hit my email. My email is themellowstore.com without the W.
Mellowstore.com without the W. And if they want to get some Go Get It music, how do they get Go Get It music?
Man, they're gonna tune in to Apple, Spotify, whatever they got. They're gonna type in Carl Gleazy, or they're gonna type in Go Dahlia. Or if they just want to get there fast, they can go on Instagram at Carl_Gleazy and just click the link in my bio. That'll take them to my YouTube, show my name, or that'll take them to my Apple Music and get ahead and put it right there on the music. And you can follow G Dahlia, GDAHLIAA. You know what I'm saying? And you can follow Go Get It Records at go_get_it_records_1. You feel what I'm saying? And you'll find all our stuff there.
You'll see that information on your screen. And remember, check out, subscribe, check them out. And I wish y'all a happy 2022. Or as my man told me the other day, and I didn't realize it, he said this is going to be 20 double deuce. So a happy 20 double deuce to you. And we are out, and we will see y'all later.
All right. Happy 2022.
Happy 2022.
Thanks for being here.
They say they strapped up, but they don't let their gun blow. They yelling
like I
gang,
say, you
gang,
can't ask
gang,
for
but
nothing
they
else
ain't
more than
bout
that.
that.
The man
I hit
above,
rock bottom and I
you can't
still bounce back. Mama told me never stop and she told me hold on.
get him.
She the
I mean,
only
he
one in
always
life that I
there when
depend
nobody
on.
else is.
Skid it.
So,
Yeah, Q3 in the building. Straight out of Little Aiden. Shout out Big Buji. Shout out The Movement. A-Camp. ENC 96 Radio.
this is the thing I'm
I've been
looking
gone
forward
for a
to.
minute, but I'm
And we
still round. I done took a couple losses, but I'm up now. Yeah, they been sleeping on me, but they woke now. Thought that I was gonna flop and was gonna stay down. I was grinding, getting money. I was uptown, making sure I flip that
store,
pack
and
soon as it touchdown.
we trying to
I
get
got
that
niggas
bag.
that'll
We want to
smoke you
make.
if I
We
say
want to do
so. And man, I got a lawyer that'll get the case closed. You never know what's going on when the doors
things
close. Women
in
lie,
the
men
process of
lie.
getting
You
that
know how the
bag to
story
get a
go.
lot of people
They say they
straight.
want
You
smoke,
know,
but they don't want smoke. They say they
just like
strapped up, but they don't
Mr.
let their
Carl
gun
said
blow. They
that. You
yelling
know,
gang, gang,
we're
gang,
trying
but they ain't bout that. I hit rock bottom and I still bounce back. Mama told me never stop and she told me hold on. She the only one in
to
life that
get
I depend
community
on.
situations
Skid it.
together. We
Yeah,
ain't doing
Q3 in
all
the
the great
building. Straight out
stuff.
of Little
We
Aiden.
trying to
Shout out Big Buji. Shout out The Movement. A-Camp.
What's going on,
ENC
everybody?
96 Radio.
Almost
Yo, I
that
said,
time, like
I've been
5
gone
minutes
for a minute, but
before
I'm still round. I done took a
5
couple
minutes
losses, but I'm up
before.
now.
Give me a
Yeah, they been
second.
sleeping on me, but they woke now. Thought that I was gonna flop and was gonna stay down. I was grinding, getting money. I was uptown, making sure I flip that
Got
pack
Q in
soon
the
as it
background
touchdown.
still.
I got
Give me a
niggas
second.
that'll
I'm trying to
smoke
get
you if
that
I
out.
say so. And man, I got a lawyer that'll get the
Dope
case
freestyle.
closed.
Thank you, Q. But, I'm thankful this year. I am really thankful when I think about everything that I've been through. My family caught COVID. Um, earlier this year, and it really, one of my family members was hospitalized, and it was very, 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 very strenuous. So, I thank God, the Most High, for another great year, seeing it. We still got 4 minutes, so I won't say the year's over. But I'm thankful. I'm really, really thankful. I'm even hopefully going to try some craziness as we go on. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. I don't know, but it's a couple minutes before, and I'm going to try. To see what happens here. So, the most thankful thing I am is for my family, for the love I have, for still being able to do music and do what I do. Man, craziest thing I think I've seen happen this year is January 6th. Craziest thing I've probably seen in my whole entire life when you really think about it. I mean, it's just crazy when you really think about what's going on with that whole thing. So, it's crazy. Crazy. Also, there's 2 minutes left. I wish everybody who's out there, if you are clubbing, if you are out drinking, have a designated driver. If you're getting high, have a designated driver. There's Ubers, there's taxis, there's Lyfts, there's friends, there's family. I don't give a damn if your cousin and them going to be mad if you call them at 2:30 because you drunk to get home. You need to. And they should be happy that you had enough decency to call to say that. Shout out to the whole team again. It's almost 12, a few seconds before. We're in the last moments before the ball drops, Man, it's been a year. It's been a year. Shout out to Bria, Tammy, my whole old crew, the varsity team, varsity squad. Shout out to everybody in Kinston, CPK, everyone down that way. Shout out everybody. And with the last few moments of the year, just think, whatever you did wrong this year, you get a chance to change next year. Let that one sink in. You get a chance to change it. Welcome to 2022. Or as I will be calling it all year, 20 Double Deuce. Welcome to Double Deuce. And let me get into this performance. Let's stop playing with these. Let's pick it up a notch, and then we're going to go out to Detroit. Like I told you, I'm bouncing all over. Let's bounce to Detroit. Let's go.
Boom. Everything raw. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's 7 o'clock? Oh, yeah, you know I'm about to tune in. It's music. Raw review. Everything raw. Yeah. Raw review. Everything raw. Everything raw. Raw review. Yeah. Everything raw. It's raw review. Raw review. I'm tuned in. Raw. Boom. Raw review. Yeah. Everything raw. Raw review. Raw review. Things raw. Yeah. Raw review. Things raw. Raw review. Raw. Everything's raw. Yeah. Raw review. Everything's raw. Raw review. Everything. Raw review. Everything's raw.
started in Detroit, now the world know them. Raw Review live stream podcast. Music heard quicker than the email blast. Send it if it's raw. Get an interview and number you could call to promote what's going on. Music and movies and entertainment. They do pop-ups and giveaways on the daily. Yeah, platform for any local business. Black owned and we independent. Yeah, we the best live podcast stream. You know the team is brought to you by Promo King. Yeah, Raw Review, everything raw. Raw Review, everything's raw. Yeah, Raw Review, everything's raw. Raw Review, everything's raw. Yeah, Raw Review, everything's raw. Raw Review, everything's raw. Raw Review, everything's raw. Raw Review, everything's raw. Yeah, Raw Review, Detroit hottest podcast station, man. Saturdays at 7 p.m. Hit that call line, 313-473-7114. Boom.
Well, I love seeing people getting more money, and I hated seeing people doing bullshit with the money, not doing nothing with the money.
Ooh, now, now, I we can expound on that. We got about 90 minutes or so before the new year comes in, and I think a lot of people don't understand that, because from my days of being out in the streets, you just see people make money, and then the next week they lose it all. Like, and then they're not losing it on like a loss in the game; it's frivolously lost on things that they can't even show 2 3 weeks later for it. And then this past year, we seen everybody get the infamous PPPP, the 3P loan, and
Yeah, and the SBA.
the SBA loans, the small business. You even had some people that got some of these places that was giving out grant money that they had got a hold of grant money, and I've seen a lot of people do that. They got the money, and then they got things that didn't help their business nor help them, or the even worse of all, they wasted it on trips, cars, clothes, jewelry, and now we're at Christmas time and they don't have nothing. And coming next year, I'm pretty sure a lot of them will be meeting up with court. So I definitely understand that. Let me ask you this: being that it's Detroit, cold as hell, what is most people going to be doing in Detroit tonight, New Year's Eve night? Because here in Carolinas, before Corona, we can move around, but the ice and the cold, these kids around here can't drive in that. What do y'all do on New Year's Eve when you have a regular year?
I mean, shit. Life goes on normal here. We used to the cold and the snow, so it don't really stop nothing. So we still partying the same, still clubbing the same, still bar hopping the same, and more than likely people gonna be hitting a casino as well.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the casino out there. Ah, maybe somebody bringing a new year with hitting a jackpot out there. Let me let me ask you this. I think your mic's muted. Okay. Um, with that being said, a lot of people, I want them to know that you're with the Raw Review podcast. Now, this is make going on a year that y'all been doing the podcast, right?
Right.
2022. Where do you see the podcast going? Because I know y'all did some crazy feats this year. You broke a lot of people that people hadn't seen. Had a lot of good interviews. Y'all switched locations. So what's coming up in 2022 for the Raw Review?
Coming up in 2022 is much of the same formula, just tightening up everything, and still bringing new artists to the forefront. That's our main objective, and you shine some light on those talented artists that's not getting the correct just due that they deserve.
That's that's correct. And I'm glad that y'all have a podcast to do that, because a lot of places you have great artists who they can't get on FM radio, they can't get on XM radio. The major blogs aren't covering them, but you have places like Direct Audio and Raw Review and other podcasts that are really giving artists that shot. So does everybody now? We're going to talk to the artist for a second. Fresh, I know you get a lot of music submitted, a lot of artists. What would you tell artists? What's the best way to be noticed and get your music onto your show?
That's kind of a hard one because they really don't. All they got to do is have the talent, to be honest with you, and come across our ears somehow. And everybody that we come across, we give them a fair shot. And what I can say is, everybody that we brought on the show thus far, had some type of potential, or if not, they had the it factor. So we ain't had nobody that was whack on the show so far. So that just goes to show you how much talent, untapped talent, is in Detroit.
Now, when you say the it factor, a lot of people they might not understand what the it factor is. Can you elaborate on the it factor for them?
Okay, the it factor is, besides the music hitting, you know, once you step off the stage, and that's when the it factor comes in. That's your interviews, that's your look, that's the way you talk, that's the way you carry yourself, that's the energy you bring to the room. So it was something definitely came in industry ready, as far as the look, the music, the beats. Like these guys coming in with some incredible beats, man. Incredible beats, incredible music. Really, and then some of these guys, it's like their first time making music, so it's crazy that the talent is here for sure.
Now, with that being said, I know there are a lot of artists that I've seen that they have the it factor, they have the right music, they have the right production, they even got the right bars, but sometimes they don't have the self-determination, the self-push. When you meet an artist like that, what do you say to them? What encouragement do you give them to make them try to dig into? Because now in this game with social media, and now we're about to have this metaverse, which is a whole different thing. We ain't getting into that. But how would you tell these artists to try to be seen, man? How to really, get behind themselves? Because I think that's what it is.
It's no one way answer for that, because I noticed that everybody that's blowing nowadays is not blowing off of strategy. They blowing off of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a strategy. It's all happening. It's all happening organic. Like some guys will make a song and they catch on TikTok, and then that's where they get their start from TikTok. Some guys is YouTube stars. Some guys get they start and they blow up on Instagram. So it's no one way. You just gotta keep putting out product, and hopefully some catch.
I believe in 2022 we're gonna start getting artists that's just gonna make music just for TikTok. I see that happening.
It's too late. It's too late. It's already like that.
Yeah, but like
it's already like that.
When around here, I'm starting to see them start doing it, and I'll tell you what I love about TikTok. I stopped looking at rappers on TikTok. You know what I look at? Old grandmas that redo rap songs. That is my thing right there. Cause like,
yeah, I've been seeing that too.
You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that really get into it and really like they got some. I mean, if it was the 80s and rap they might would have had a chance with some of these because they're really. It's weird. It's like TikTok gives anyone a chance to be a star if you can.
Yeah. The internet period. There used to be a time where once you made it past like 25, and if you wasn't like on yet, it's hard to get on. That's the lifespan of these rappers nowadays, because it's a young man's game. So the internet kind of blurred the lines of that age, the age cutoff limit as far as getting into hip hop. Like you don't see no guys that's 40 years old get their start in hip hop and then go from there. It's usually something that they caught on when they was young and then grew in the industry. So the internet was able to like you got some guys like 52 Savage. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a time where he there's no way he could have stepped foot into the industry coming in at 52 years old. So it definitely blurred the lines and, opening up some leeway for older guys to get into the game.
Yeah.
But that's a rarity though. That's not just something that's gonna happen though.
Well, I like it because we know with hip hop, like you said, hip hop is a young man's game. Like But then you go to jazz, country music, rock, even R&B. I mean, look at Charlie Wilson right now. I know Charlie's got to be knocking at 70 something. And he's still selling out stadiums, not no small venues. Like he's coming into like the stadiums and selling out, with a same with the Isleys. But then when you get into hip hop, like let's be real, the last week of 2021 conversation is Jay-Z the greatest rapper?
Or can he beat Lil Wayne?
Can he beat Lil Wayne? I think he can beat Lil Wayne. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's.
I mean, I got a reason why both can win. But go ahead, I hear you.
Okay. It's the New Year's. We're gonna bring it in right. We're gonna have this conversation, and me and Fresh we're gonna talk it out a little bit. I think I say Jay-Z could beat Wayne is because when Wayne took his hiatus, Jay-Z was still dropping. Okay. When the little test they had between Cash Money and Wayne, where he kind of wasn't putting out music at the same rate he was before, and even though what he was putting out, they were great songs, but they weren't on the level of the previous, like when he was putting out A Milli and all that. Like once after A Milli, to me, he kind of maybe that 6 foot, 7 foot is on a commercial level that like banged in the clubs. But then you got Jay-Z on all types of features with Beyonce and whoever else over the time frame. I think that's will be the thing with them. But then if you just go off mixtape songs, well, Wayne's gonna kill Jay because everybody gonna know him. So it's kind of where you're at and how
so you got to look at the format of the verses. It's the best 20 against the best 20. So I think Lil Wayne got a song for damn near everything Jay-Z can come up with that the crowd gonna fucking go nuts over. And then it's gonna be a divide. The older folk gonna quite naturally go with Jay-Z, and the younger folk gonna automatically go with Lil Wayne. Because I'm gonna say why I'm leaning more towards Lil Wayne, because even Jay-Z being as big as he is, being one of the top businessmen in hip hop, Jay-Z didn't have a whole generation changing the way they dress, growing dreadlocks, tattooing their face, becoming blood gang members.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I give you that one. Now I'm gonna throw another name out there. I think we really want to have a great versus, and you want to keep the age at the same. I would say Jay-Z versus Will Smith.
What?
Yes. If you go for the crowd, let's be real. Let's be real.
No, you can't do that. You can't. Will Smith 2 PG, but that's gonna be a slaughter.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. The crowd ain't gonna be fucking going crazy off that. No. Hey, they not gonna be fucking with that like that.
That is true. But the crowd is probably gonna sing it. It's according to where the venue is. You gotta think. Willis.
You gotta think though. Whatever venue they put it at, Jay-Z is gonna still be the god there. And don't let it. Just Lord forbid let it be in New York.
Oh, if it's in New York, no one's gonna beat Jay-Z in New York. I'm sorry. I'm
Lil
sorry.
Wayne can get him.
You think Lil Wayne can get him in New York?
Fuck yeah. Man.
Because
when you go on them barrels and you see them young guys, you can see they products of Lil Wayne and not products of Jay-Z.
That is true. That is true. But Wayne did get half the world.
So as much as we want to fucking Not give the youth they credit that is at the end of the day they the consumers. So
Okay.
yeah, Jay-Z damn sure got a fight on his hand. But in my book, personally, as a grown man, I'm going with Jay-Z.
Now, what you saying that if you had to look around Detroit at the underground rappers, the unsigned rappers, and they said, we want you to pick one person from Detroit, and we're going to use them in the verses against any rapper that's in the industry, and you had to choose, what rapper in Detroit on the underground circuit would you say?
You talking about not known or just not industry yet?
Well, see, you got to think here in the Carolinas, you about to break a name to somebody. So around here, they might, like, we know Bodie James.
Okay.
You know,
that was one of the ones I was gonna say. So I'm glad you mentioned him.
yeah,
I can go and skip him.
Bodie, that man, bro. I ain't even going, like, I have been listening to him for a while, but you know, he's really starting to make the thing. So let's not use Bodie because Bodie is, a lot of people know Bodie. So someone that you have to go to your second choice.
I would have to say Street Lord Wine.
Say that one time.
Street Lord Wine.
Street Lord Wine. Okay, I'm gonna look him up.
Now, when you think of Street Lord Wine, there's nobody, there's no rapper in the city that's got more respect. As far as when you hear them lyrics, you know it's real. When you say it was a ton of bricks on them U-Hauls and them semis, you know it's real. So, and on top of that, the guy can really rap too, and he got a hell of a story behind himself. You know, he was I don't know if you're familiar with Blake Icewood, but they was like best friends growing up. So yeah, he really plugged out here for sure. So I would have to say Street Lord Wine.
Okay. Street Lord sounds like one of those rappers that I shouldn't listen to before I go to the grocery store. Cause like I can't listen to Griselda. I can't listen to Bodie. You go to the grocery store, listen to those. You get out, you go inside. Next thing you know, you throwing baking soda in your cart, Ziploc bags, and
for sure. You damn sure gonna want to
like,
motivate you to go get a couple dollars
right now. Like, why am I doing this? But like, really, with Griselda, when they came through, and I really love that fresh wave of underground sound, you know, came through and really blessed the whole nation because it really opened the door for a lot of other underground lyricists. And then a lot of people don't understand that once M and Shady Records got a hold and was management or however it was going with them, that really put Griselda into a different light and really made people notice it. Let me ask you this. What was the dude's name from Detroit?
So if you hip to Griselda, are you hip to 38 Special?
38 Special, yes. And another one I can't listen to is Stove God Cooks. That's another one the wrong person to listen to going to the grocery store.
I ain't hip to him. What you say his name is?
Stove God Cook. Basically, my son described him as if J. Cole was a trap cocaine rapper. So he's got the kind of bars and plays of J. Cole and Drake, but it's like if you from the streets, it touches a special place in your soul. But you know, a lot of that to me, like I talked to a couple of your members of the podcast early on in the show, and they gave out some good names. My Lisa brought up 42 Doug, and a lot of rappers.
He on already though. He national now.
He on. um, Let me ask you this: Detroit is such a mixing pot of what I call.
Oh, I tell you somebody to look out for.
Okay.
He got a lot busting with personality. His personality gonna make him blow up before his raps. And his name is Eastside A World. Real name.
Eastside A World.
Eastside A World. He half Asian, half black, and he talking the most niggerish shit you could talk.
Well,
Eastside A World is the next guy gonna come up out of Detroit. He got a song called "Bricks in the Fender" that these kids is going nuts. He's touring at all of the high schools and the colleges, and he tearing them bitches down. You hear me? And all of the popular Detroit rappers, they all fuck with him, so he plug with everybody too. So he the next one to come.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking out for him. We're gonna go to this break. I'm gonna shoot it down to Brother Will for a second, and we'll be back.
I wanna trap right now.
You are listening to Raw Review Radio. DJ Mabu Lisa.
I wanna trap right now. 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 I wanna cook me a brick. I wanna serve me a split. I wanna up me a stick. I wanna cook me a brick. I wanna serve me a split. I wanna up me a stick. I wanna might hit the trap right now. Cause I think I wanna trap right now. Say I feel like trapping right now. Moon backs in my auntie front yard. Moon slash nigga ain't hard. Got a brick rap tight, long way leotard. Got 100 bands wrapped up, long way pee wee. Nigga won't see me, nigga won't see me. I wanna trap right now. 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 I wanna trap right now.
You know ain't true, I know you true.
I wanna trap right now.
If you know, you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. You 5-hour drive to see my guys, cause they want some more. Cut them niggas down because his lies don't wanna hear no more. That nigga face is no good, don't let him near your hoe. Bitch. Keep it on the hush, might clip her if she talk too much. I'm tripping, I done bought too much. I'm tipping, pass it out like Trump. Niggas throwing salt on me like he just wanna fuck. I know. She looked back and started laughing.
I just wanna fuck.
Ain't got much to say. Fuck it. If you play, you late. Snatch a kid from Circle K is Wacky in my ocean spray. Project hoe, I spiced up. She used to rockin' Milky Way. Had the face, I fixed the body. Now she pretty and she paid. Let's go. This a Ferrari horse. I never had a taste for Porsche. How the fuck is diamonds on your bucks? You must come from Detroit. No, bitch, I put on for the M, locked in with niggas from the D. Every week, me and my sneaky link be at the comfort suite. Might go Rooches on the red. I took the jet to fucking standby. Don't know why you niggas trolling. You a dead guy if it backfire. They know I'm the sickest. When I drop, I do Corona numbers. How the fuck you rockin' 50 pointers? Never shot a jump big bag.
If you know, you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. You 5-hour drive to see my guys, cause they want some more. Cut them niggas down because his lies don't wanna hear no more. That nigga face is no good, don't let him near your hoe.
DJ
Mabu
Mabu
Lisa. Might clip her if she talk too much. I'm tripping, I done bought too much. I'm tipping, pass it out like Trump. Niggas throwing salt on.
Was he one of the first guests to come on the show?
He's actually one of the very, very first guests, and he's been on the show multiple times since then. He actually like one of the might as well be one of the staff, to be honest with you.
That's dope. That's like y'all have the staff has their own actual rapper. So how did he come up with that intro? Did y'all come to him say, "Hey, we need an intro," or did he say, "Yo, this I did this off of love for you"? How did that come off? Because it's a dope song.
Uh, I think behind the scenes, my brother put that together with him. You know, him and Boone been rocking with each other for years. So my brother put it together and surprised us with it. We didn't even know nothing about it.
Wow.
He just hit the play button and we was like, wow, we blown away, blown away.
Now,
Because we had somebody else. We actually had. I totally forgot about this. We actually had another intro song and everybody vetoed that motherfucker immediately.
okay.
So we like, nah, bro, this ain't the one here. So we came double back with Boom, and Boom blew it out the park.
That's what it do. Now, going into 2022, what's some things next year that you want to accomplish?
Uh, let me give a little a little shout out to brother Boom right quick before we move on.
Okay.
I just want to tell the audience that Boom is one of them artists that you never hear one song like the other. Like this guy got so many pockets and different styles he can flip that he's definitely one of the most seasoned and hardworking artists that's unsigned in Detroit that I've seen for sure, for sure. And a lot of his songs end up making it on my playlist. So I just wanted to say that about my nigga Boom before we move on. My bad, go ahead, brother.
You know, salute. I love that. Because that is a great thing that an artist. Not too many artists can do that. So many artists make
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
sound alike, even when they're not even trying to sound alike. You know, their love songs and their hood songs sound just alike. And,
Mm-hmm.
so for someone to be able to have a contrast and be able to give you a vast difference within the music and still keep the originality that you know is them, that is super dope. So shout out to Boone again. Now with you next year, 2022, what are some of the goals and some of the things you're trying to accomplish next year?
First and foremost, I'm trying to reach a bigger audience. You know what I'm saying? Organically though, you know, all organic support system. Not just no fly by night fans. I'm really trying to, so that's why in my interviews, I try to ask the real questions that matter, and that's gonna enlighten some folks and teach somebody something instead of just asking the run of the mill bullshit.
That's good. Are you ready to handle the success of more fans?
Yes and no. I'm kind of like a private person, so and I'm a conspiracy theorist. So I ain't really too keen on a bunch of people knowing me and I don't know them. You know, and that's about it though. But besides that, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, ask Brother Will about when my celebrity got bigger. I asked for about the same thing you did at one point, and it came to me. And it got to the place where Brother Will had to call me and let me know, hey man, we're about to air an episode, so I would be prepared because it was getting crazy where I'd be pumping gas and people come up to me with their granddaughters trying to get them to sing, and I'm like, I don't know you. Yeah, so I definitely know how it is. And over the years, I learned how to kind of let them into a certain space of mine. But like you said, if you have a personal space, and I think a lot of fans here in the Carolinas, they respect your personal space. And I think it's a level of celebrity you get to when they don't respect your personal space. So I wish you much success with that. What do you see? What would you like to see happen with Raw Review in 2022?
Like I say, just reaching a bigger audience. I don't want to say bigger guests because I still want to always highlight the untapped talent. So I really ain't trying to get the big known artists. That the show ain't what that's about, to be honest with you. So I would just say a bigger audience so we can bring shine to the artists that need the light.
Okay. Now, a lot of people don't know, but my man Dead Fresh is a super sneakerhead. So,
for sure, definitely.
In 2022, what is the holy grail shoe that you don't have in the collection that you still searching for that you will maybe happy and elated? Look at the smile coming on his face. If that
because
shoe,
I already got it already, but go ahead.
Oh, you already got the shoe?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what shoe is it?
I want the 97 Air Max Sean Witherspoon.
Woo.
I got the Sean Witherspoon Adidas, but I need the Maxes though.
Well, we have a lot of sneaker collectors down here in the Carolinas, and so y'all heard that. If you see them 97s, my man Fresh is looking. What size? Like a 13?
13, 14.
13, 14. Now,
I'll take either one.
Coming as the ball gets ready to drop up in New York and we're getting around to getting off of here, what got you into sneakers, if I may ask that?
To be honest with you, growing up, my uncles was dope boys. My uncles and my older cousins and shit, and they always had the fly shit, and my mom couldn't afford it, so that was always something that was wanted. And once I got of age, right, I came into my own little couple dollars. That's just been an obsession of mine. So,
now,
yeah, it's something basically carried over from childhood that's still fucking with me in my grown adult life. That gets on my lady last nerve.
How
many
pairs you got? How many pairs you got?
See how many pairs?
Yeah,
probably roughly about 200.
Woo. Where do you store them all at?
My house, relative's house, the basement.
Before we get off for tonight, we're gonna bring you back around the new year, a little bit after the new year. But any special people you want to give shout outs or give some love to?
I want to give a shout out to my significant other, Deshonda. You know what I'm saying? She might be a little rough around the edges, but she's just right for me. And also, I want to shout out my kids, all my kids from Dylan, Dream, Dakari, Dante, Jabaz, and Michaela. And I want to shout out my family.
That's what it do. Everybody, this is Dead Fresh, Detroit, Michigan. Tune in to him on Raw Review. Tell them what nights they can catch Raw Review, sir.
Every Saturday at 7. Every Saturday at 7.
Every Saturday at 7. Go to their Facebook channel, YouTube, I believe, and Instagram, and it's all under Raw Review Podcast. Correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
There you have it, and we'll see you after the ball drops. Peace.
Peace.
So as everybody know, this is the last day of the year, last few hours, last few moments, last few minutes. And we're able to get together some of Detroit's best people that I know, all on one call. And hopefully, at some point, the leader of the pack, which a lot of people don't know this. One of my first managers in the game was Duke. So that's a little secret. But hopefully we'll get Daniel. But while we do that, I want to talk to some of the people right now. Daniel is talking, but we cannot hear Daniel.
There, Daniel.
No, he's not there yet.
Can you guys hear me?
We can now. So now the guys can interview Daniel.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I was just letting the people know, Daniel. They can't see me right now. I just went into the metaverse, but I was just letting the people know that one of my first managers in the game was you, sir.
Oh yeah, hey, you taking it way back. You know, a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, no, I know they don't.
Yeah, this is back in the right when we were doing the UGA days and everything. You know, just starting out with launching the music conference, Southeast Urban Music Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, also. So yeah, that's some ways, man. You went all the way back. That's the early 2000s right there.
Yeah. So if people who don't know Daniel started a company back in the day called Promo Kings. Still running strong, which has now grown into many other businesses and many other things. So I'm gonna let Daniel tell you a little bit about what Promo Kings was and what it brought to Detroit and the rest of the country.
Okay. Thank you. Promo King started out as just a little, company that provided street team services to, local and national businesses. We had an opportunity that through the radio station, a cousin, I'm gonna throw his name out there to give him some shine. Stephen Burst had introduced me to his girlfriend that was one of the radio personalities at WJLB. And what they did was they in turn turned me on to some of the key players in the Kings of Queens of Comedy tour. And when it first started, it was just a one-day event that was taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. So I went out there to Atlanta, and they rolled out the red carpet for us. And on our way back home, I had received a call that they'll be coming to, Detroit. And when they came to Detroit, we had the backstage passes. We actually did, some minor promotions then. But it was then until I went backstage and talked with Mr. Walter Latham is when we had the go-ahead and the green light to continue to tour with them throughout the country, providing street team, promotional services. So we would go, and this was just in the Midwest markets. So we traveled with them, through the Midwest, sending our street teams out to place out flyers and posters, and go around with the stars of the show: Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, some more, Adele, Monique, D.L. Hughley. So we went out with them, so we went to a lot of intimate places with them, for autograph signings. We even went to a few hair appointment, nail appointments with some more where it really opened us up to the opportunity of being in the mix of, individuals that was on their way to stardom, but haven't reached that peak yet. And it was then until that moment, I say, you know what, we can go ahead and take this thing global, man. Let's revamp everything and take Promo Kings nationwide. So I had a talk with Walter Latham, and he was for it. He told me to give his office a call and tell his staff that was, in charge of the promotions at the time, that whoever they had on the roster or on the team to actually provide marketing promotional services throughout the country, to fire them and replace them with the Promo King brand. So Walter Latham, shouts out to Walter Latham and the whole Kings and Queens of Comedy for giving us that opportunity to, become who we are today. Of course, over the years, we spread out and partnered up with my old time friend who's now passed away, Tony Baraka. And we were doing the Southeast Urban Music Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. So we were able to, again, catapult the brand and take the brand to even further heights with the music conference up under our belt. And we ran that for about 14 years straight strong. We were one of the largest and the most participated music conferences in the country. And on top of that, we were also given the go ahead, the green light, and endorsement from Jill, who's Jack the Rapper's daughter, to continue her father's legacy through the SUMC. So then that led on to different things at Urban Gospel Alliance and a whole lot of other activities with working with Universal, working with No Limit, 3-6 Mafia, Hot Boys, Young Money, Cash Money. Man, we done work with so many people over the years, and it's just been a blessing.
Now that you have came full circle, and this year you started something, the Raw Review. Where did that come from in this crazy business mind of yours that you have, the Raw Review, and what did you see it becoming, and where do you see it going?
Okay. Well, the Raw Review brand, and this is something that I'm not ashamed of. This is my testimony. I was doing a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I was doing so much that I had a spiritual awakening. God had to sit me down and really get my attention. And when he finally got my attention, he placed some ideas, some thoughts, some endeavors, some businesses and everything into my spirit to, take and launch for, the new year, which was, 2019. Actually, in 2017, I received this information. Well, no, 2018 is when I received this, almost like an epiphany. It was, a cluster of different new business ventures, new ideas, people to, partner up with and do these activities with. So Raw Review came about as one of those ventures, but not one of the first ventures. Once, I launched everything, once I, was able to, get free and start putting everything in place. So the Raw Review brand didn't actually develop until I had ran across my brother. I was talking to my brother Dead Fresh, and something struck me to say, he's a star right there. Ask him, see if he would like to, have his own show, and me just being obedient, I asked him, and I wasn't looking for him to, approve or, say, okay, yeah, let's do it. I was just looking for him to just, give some thought to it and say, yeah, let's see how this can work. He actually approved. He was like, yeah, man, why not? He had a few doubts, but by doing that, he actually birthed the Raw Review brand because, again, this was one of the last business opportunities that was going to take place later on in 2020, 2021. So when he did that, I had a talk with DJ Mawuliza before that time period, and I didn't know how I was going to use her in this mix or when I was going to use her in this mix. But I asked her, I said, hey, you have these skills, and it's just something that it's going to come about. And when that time is right, I want to know if you will be willing to, come on board and, shine with us. And she was like, yeah, you call me whenever you ready, call me. So I had remembered that. So when we actually first launched the Raw Review brand, we had a few hiccups here and there, but a time came about where I was able to give DJ Mawaliza a call when some things weren't going exactly how we planned it, and she came right on board, no questions asked. It actually came with a little extra, and we had a successful first show, and from there we pulled on Lady Billionaire and then Little Ski Ski. We brought them on board, and it's been working ever since. And I can't believe it's actually almost a year now since we've launched that brand, and I'm so very proud of them for holding it together, keeping it together, and shining and growing and building from it. And I know we have some great things ahead for the future. So,
Okay, now I'm going to ask a crazy question for the people who are listening going into 2022. What things can you help them out with concerning their business? Because I know that you have your hands in many things, and coming into the new year, people might need some help. So this is your opportunity to give them what services you offer.
okay, well, Promo Kings is a national brand. It's like the jack of all trades, master of many. Okay, um, and this is also to give a few other my brothers some shine as well. My brother Will Harvey, who's been with me since day one with this, with the Promo King brand since we started. My brother Marcus and my brother Carlos, and of course you, Buji. You've been there since day one. So just our services alone, it allowed the Promo King brand to provide graphics, printing, website development, marketing, promotions, brand ambassadoring, and a whole slew of different activities when it comes to event planning. Now, at one point, we were one of the major promoters in the city, doing cabarets. I don't, a lot of people don't know about cabarets and everything, but Detroit is known for, their cabarets at one time. And we were one of the main producers of successful cabaret events. A lot of them, spawn off to do multiple events and other events for other small businesses or celebrities, and that comes into the city. So we have an array of services that caters to local and national businesses, whether it's music, entertainment, or politics. We get into politics also, but when we go into the politics arena, it's always unbiased. We're there to do a job, and that's it. So Promo Kings is a national brand that's known for a lot of different services worldwide, and we continue that legacy.
Okay, and also on the call, I have two of your business partners, assistants, Mike and Keisha. So, can I ask y'all two, how do y'all help Mr. Daniel out in the running of this business? Both of your mics are muted.
I'll let Keisha go first.
Okay. Hey, I pretty much help out in the back end doing whatever needs to be done, which is a lot of things. I don't, yeah, whatever needs to be done.
So you're like the admin of the group.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Okay. And we have Dead Fresh on the line. How are you feeling, my good man?
Unfortunately, not too good.
I heard that. I hope you feel better, sir. but this is a dedication right here. This is what you know. Going into 2022, this is the type of things that people need to see within their team. This man was sick. We had not expected him to be here because he's sick, but he is here. Yo, if I had some hand claps, I would give you some hand claps right now, but I do not have them loaded up. But in post production, there probably will be hand claps. But how you how was your New Year? Your holiday season after Christmas, sir.
Um, Shit. Besides being under the weather, it was great.
All right. Well, Mr. Mike, now we'll shoot back up to you. You might have to turn your sound down. Turn your audio.
Better.
All right.
Hold up, okay. Is that better?
Yes, that is, sir.
Well, what I provide to the show, I am
Give me some
also.
paper time.
When we was live doing the show live at the studio, I was the show manager, helping with making sure that we was getting the service we was provided for. Other than that, I am also Little Ski Ski, which is the comic relief for the show. I call in and tell jokes, but basically I'm comic relief. Basically, I'm the jokester, prankster of the group.
Comic relief. I like that. I mean, every show has to have that comic relief. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How long have y'all all, other than the show, known each other?
Well, me, Dead Fresh, and Duke, and Cole, we've been knowing each other for about 30 years plus.
Okay. Now,
Lady B in here, my bad.
okay, I was about to. Now, DJ Mount Lisa, you being the younger member of the crew, is it hard for you to fit in sometimes, or do you just is it just easy? Because when I was coming in DJing, it was a age difference of me coming in because I came into that time when everybody was giving that 70s funk and I was coming with hip hop and they was like, no kid, we don't want to hear this. And I know how music has changed, so everybody's taste is different. But does that hinder you in the way you do your service on the show?
No, I don't think it hinders me at all. I definitely think it's something that is a noticeable thing when you tune in, but I think it adds to our content, our dialogue, and how we talk to each other and what we're talking about. We all have different perspectives just based on those generational differences and also just, our different backgrounds. So I feel like it's a good thing to have those different perspectives and, mix it up a little bit. So I don't think it's hindered us at all.
No, I don't think it has. But I've seen DJs who can't get in with, older people because, taking, you have to have a type of maturity sometimes dealing with older people. There are a lot of young kids today don't have because they just don't have the patience or the maturity to deal with this. So I commend you for coming in and for Duke finding someone like you who can do what you do and is proficient in it. Now, we'll shoot down.
Hey, we not that old neither, Jack.
Hey, I didn't say you were old. There's a difference. I'm old. I mean,
older. Let's get it correct. We're older.
Okay. That part. It's like my son told me. I'm gonna give y'all a good laugh. So I'm riding with my sons, and we're having a conversation. And just to show the age difference, we drive past a field because I'm down here in the Carolinas. I said, "Hey, that's a cucumber field." Both my sons look out the window, look at me, and they go, "Cucumbers? Isn't those pickles?" And I go, "Well, you have to take the cucumbers and make pickles." So I said, "I used to pick cucumbers." So my youngest son looks at me and goes, "Dad, you pick cucumbers?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, did they pay you like a little bit of change? I was like, yeah. He was like, did you do it all day? I was like, yeah. He said, did they make you wear a sack to put the cucumbers in? I said, yeah. He said, then when you got paid, did your parents take the majority of your money or something? I was like, yeah. He said, Dad, I'm sorry to tell you, but you were a slave. Almost wrecked the car. It hit me. And then I had to think about it. Like, for kids nowadays, those things kind of does sound like slavery to him because, the time difference. But really, because kids nowadays, they want to play video games like, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 40 days ago, whenever Christmas was, I was outside and I saw something that I haven't seen. You remember when we were growing up at Christmas time, you go outside, what do you see outside at Christmas time?
Kids and toys.
Kids and toys.
Basketballs, football.
The kids with bikes,
big wheels.
Big wheels, yeah. Go-karts, the pogo sticks.
I went outside and it was like a ghost town. Nobody was outside. I said,
I was going to say the same thing. I don't see kids playing outside no more, really.
PlayStation and Xbox, goddamn, like it was nobody outside. I rode trying to see somebody get what I tell you, Will, all I seen was a man drop a 70-inch Samsung TV trying to get out of the truck by itself. That's the only thing I saw that day.
You know what? I don't even see the lights as much. I went outside the other day. I saw an old man sitting outside. I said, hey, how you doing? He said, yeah, I'm just looking down that one street. I said, why? He said, because it got them 2 houses with lights on the front lawn. It looks so pretty. And I look down the rest of the block, you don't see nothing. Like the whole neighborhood used to be lit up when I was growing up.
Electricity bills, it's getting a little high to run those lights.
Yeah,
we getting to be mature, and people can't. You gotta think we just came through the Delta and the Omicron. Ain't nobody trying to go into the new year with a high electric bill because you were trying to impress the neighbors. We did that in the 80s. We ain't doing that no more. I don't think. Now we got an interview. See, I'm about to fall back and disappear off the screen. And
Dead Fresh.
Lady Billionaire, my man Dead Fresh, and my Lisa do this interview the man who made this hit song that earlier in the show that you heard me and Dead Fresh talking about. This is the dude right here. So I'm about to bounce out and let y'all do this interview. Here we go.
What's going on with you, Boom?
What's the shum, everybody? Y'all hear me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. What's the deal, everybody? We're a review family.
For sure.
What's the shum?
How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was cool. Happy Christmas. I mean, Merry Christmas to y'all too. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Same
Everybody who ain't see on Facebook will tell y'all.
Oh yeah.
What's up with Duke? Who we missing? We missing Duke? Where he at? He ain't on here, is he? Oh yeah, he is. He ain't got his video on.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Boom.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
With my awesome Raw review squad. Okay, everybody awesome, man.
Hey, this shit ain't. We can't do it without the homie.
That's right.
That Raw. We need the whole family, man. This is a family organization. I don't want nothing but it.
All day.
Oh yeah, that not a secret's out. I didn't tell everybody we was all family. But now the secret's out. Now everybody know.
That's it. That's the blessing.
I do believe this is the first time the whole family's gotten together on the screen.
It is.
For real, for sure. We gotta have these Milwaukee so we can know what's up and we all staying on the same page and we ready to move together.
That's right.
That's what I like. I like these on more than you. But we're here. Duke, no.
Be anywhere and be on here.
Right.
Hey, Boom. That video is good, man. I've already cut through what we're gonna use, and everybody here, make sure you let everybody know. Be looking at the Raw Review platforms and everything for New Year's night. Because I think about got you another music video now.
That's what's up. I appreciate it too, Ro. Definitely. Like I said, I'm definitely ready, waiting to see what you guys come up with, see how it come out, because it's pretty straight summer. But we got a lot more to work on. We just getting started again.
That's right.
What are your goals for 2022?
Me personally, my goals?
Yeah, personally and
me just putting the shim on the world. Let's taking this thing to another level, putting out more music. Definitely doing the movies. That's one of my biggest goals this year. I want to get that locked in more. Just doing more roles and creating more character in different movies, roles, and stuff like that. So definitely looking into getting into the films, basically shooting our own film. I'm willing and ready to work with everybody on their projects feature, but I'm ready for the Raw Review family film, Dirty Mac, and our stuff. We do our own movie soon where we can really, So that's a big, definitely a big goal for me this year. I want us to have our own first movie, and basically, like I say, just really traveling more with me, man. Just traveling and spreading our music more throughout the world, and creating new stuff.
Always.
Okay, I got a personal question.
What's up, Chris, baby? How you
One of
feeling
my
too?
besides the Raw Review intro.
Okay.
My favorite song, hands down, that you made is "Full of Smoke."
Full of Smoke. I want to smoke for sure. Yeah, definitely appreciate that too.
I got a little age on me, and I'm a music fanatic, so I know where that originally came from.
Yeah, for sure.
So can you tell me the process of recording that song? How did you come up with that?
So I Want to Smoke, if I'm not mistaken, I think we dropped that video in about 2015, and that was actually like one of my (2015 or 16), one of them. But that was like one of the first official videos that I shot it with a red camera. As you can see, that's why it's like one of the clearest videos out. The 40, you know what I mean? So it costed us a couple dollars, but it was like the process, man. It was just dope. And the beat, when Mac made the beat for me, like I said, I wanted some smokers. So we smokers. I'm a smoker, so I wanted some smoking music, and I told Mac to give me that, and I had that idea. When he put it together like that, it came a little, it was just perfect, man. It was perfect. So I just went ahead and put the track together. Like I told you how the process I get the beat, put the track together. I kind of already either know what I'm gonna do with it, or once I hear the beat, boom, instantly I kind of got a ideal or kind of a flow how I might want to flow it. But I just put it together, man. It was it was like a quick process, and it was a hit. Once that video came out, though,
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in the world that ain't one of the biggest songs.
Yeah, it's gonna be, but that's why I got my Raw Review fam here, and my down south fam, where we can start promoting it more. Like I said, because I got not just that one, I got a lot of other stuff that the world heard, or a couple of people in my circle heard, but not the world. And I know when the world heard it, and certain people that's on bigger levels that can help me push it on bigger platforms, it's gonna go through the roof. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's really all we've just been missing, man, is the distribution, really. That's it. Other than that, we got the quality music,
Well, if you got that video y'all talking about, that song that first mentioned, send me a copy of that video if you got one.
I Want to Smoke. Yeah, definitely. It's on YouTube. I'll send you the link, or put it through here in the Zoom.
When you recorded this song, did you write, or did you just punch in and freestyle it?
Yeah, I'll be writing. Like most of my songs, I really, I write it, or I like punch in certain parts, like, you know what I mean? But most of my songs is kind of written, like, or I at least have a concept. Like I had a hook in my head or something like that, then I just maybe put a couple verses. But I definitely remember writing it, you know what I mean? Like I say, because this was years back, so I remember, I had wrote it. But like I said, it's an easy process, kind of just some quick shit. Like I already have a couple lines, or I have you know, what I want to say, then the rest is like, okay, I'm just put the rest together. Either I write it or, you know, sometime recently I punch, but, you know, very seldom. You know, I try to have what I'm gonna have together because we ain't had time to go in the studio sitting there punching on all day. And, you know, we got to have our shit together. We was paying for our studio time, so that shit is ready. When I go in the studio, it's 3-4 songs ready. You feel?
Right. Okay, I got a question for you. So in 2022, will we see more skits of the Shim Guy?
Oh, definitely, most definitely, for sure. I'm working on a couple right now. Yeah, you know, I've been just working on a lot of other stuff, doing the movies stuff, but I'm definitely getting back to the skits.
Okay.
I have a question. Now, even though you're a rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of personality. That's the right term I'm saying. Now, who cultivated that personality? Where did it come from?
I'm gonna say the man above, man. God gave me these talents, and I just been displaying them as much as I know how. You know what I mean? But it's just come from me, man. Like I say, you know, the blessings, you know, and just being creative and want to do something different. You know what I mean? And I think God gave me that ability to not really, you know, worry about what a lot of people say and feel like, you know, certain stuff not good enough or whatever. I just like entertaining people, and I want to entertain them. You know what I mean? So I just try to do something out the box. So I feel like God blessed me with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
For sure.
Definitely a character I like watching.
For sure. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I say I got to get back on, you know, a lot of stuff I've been kind of slipping on. Like I said, a lot of the skits and just doing a lot of entertainment because I've been working on a lot of other stuff. But, you know, I just want to keep entertaining. Even if I don't got music or new music dropping, I want to be doing something just to, you know, entertain people, make them laugh, make them smile, come around, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just keep something going, you know?
For sure.
Yes, sir.
I know you say you're big in the comedy now. You trying to get into that acting bag. Who are some folks that you look to? What are they like Instagram comedians or, you know, stand?
Yeah. A lot of people, you know, really, like I said, you know, the social media thing, the Instagram is what blowing up a lot of people that's just, you know, using a platform. So it's a lot of people, but I say like as far as Detroit, my big bro 40 the Great, he's one person who I always looked up to on the movie scene. He had it like the first big Detroit movie. It's called 5K1. This is years back. They dropped in like 2004 or something like that, 2005. And basically he's been like one of my biggest inspirations on the acting world because, you know, he dope with what he do. And a couple other people in the city, you know, like I say, just everybody coming up in the city, Murder Pain, Moolah Films, you know, a lot of they actors. I just, you know, been watching them from Instagram and just seeing how everybody been moving. And then I've been around them, you know, personally. So I was, you know, kind of either came up with them or whatever and seeing the process. It was like, it's a few different people really just, you know, a lot of the whole Detroit really on that, you know, that's doing the acting shit for sure.
So boom.
Then I'm gonna be Denzel. So yeah, Denzel.
All right. All right.
Got cases on every one. No, let me stop. But real talk. If artists over here in the Carolinas want to get in contact with you, Boom, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Oh, either through Instagram or like I say, you know, y'all the family, so y'all gonna have my direct connect on the number. So, you know, if it's, you know, needed, definitely hit me on the cell, whatever. But definitely Instagram, I communicate with everybody through Facebook as well, through my DM, you know what I mean? So also email as well, but I'm definitely gonna respond back, you know, on the Instagram because I'm on that kind of daily. So I reach out to a lot of my DMs back and forth. You know, I talk to my people, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, since the corona struck and it really affected artists, which social media platform did you see that you gained traction in during COVID days?
Definitely was Instagram. I say Instagram or Facebook too, though, you know, Instagram and Facebook, but you know, the Instagram was more of I say through that COVID time is when I went kind of in my bag and I put out a little bit more music than I ever did. I was dropping videos like where everybody was kind of, you know, sitting back and stagnant. I went to work. So my Instagram definitely went up. I was doing a lot of things and I got with a couple big names and got some following and they followed me back and a couple of people posted me. So it got me like extra 10,000 followers, I'd say, over the COVID time. So I definitely had to say Instagram number one. Because I'm at like over 20,000 followers, and that shit just came through this COVID time. You know what I mean? Me being active and posting more music and doing a couple things that I did, a couple events, you know.
Yeah, everybody else is pretty much sitting on their hands.
Yeah, and I was going to work. I used that as an opportunity to go to work. Like, you know, we had a couple of resources, things going. Like I said, we bought our own camera and our equipment. So it was like, shit, we're shooting our own videos. Now I could just put out music, all these old songs and shit I've been having. I just want to put some out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, a couple of my last videos I dropped, really them old songs that's years old, that's on my old projects, but it's still good enough music that it sound like today's time. You know what I mean? But that's why I say they ain't heard too much of nothing yet. I'm still feeding them 3-4 years old music. Sometimes
It's your season, you know?
Yeah, I mix in a little new shit. So it's like it's time. Once we get to going, what we doing this raw review shit, we about to turn it up, you know, promo kings, you know.
All I know is when I heard that raw review theme, and then I think he's probably been on the show what 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
Probably more. I brought somebody else, so it was like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
like you know, like he was our #1 artist over there, and
for sure.
When that raw review dropped, and I told Daniel too, I said, hey, when Buji called me with the with the New Year's Eve project, I said, I want to ask Daniel, we need to get Boom, man. I think,
sure. And
it was unanimous. Everyone's like, yeah, who's going to, represent from Raw Review for Detroit?
Sure.
And now the video, that Raw Review video is going to be pretty nice. I don't have enough time to work on it like I'd like to, but so far what I got is going to be, it's
dope.
Paul's Will, you got to remember, we were pre-recording this.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not releasing it till, later on this evening or whenever we get close, you know what I'm saying? But
that's what's up, man. I just appreciate y'all even for, believing in me and, let me, bring on that task to, bring that out for y'all, to do the podcast. So, and like I said, that was just, the beginning. Like I say, that was just something for us to get started, Duke know what's up. We talked about it, but because actually we had like some other ideas for, another song as well, but that was just like the one I felt was more, that was going to make more of an impact. So, we ran with that one. But like I said, this is nothing, man. That music is, man, that's just the beginning. Like, once we, start doing the stuff that we're going to do, you're going to see how the quality of the songs increase, the creativity, the different artists that we bring in, like, I'm just really, man, I'm just like, just one of the batteries, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole car, man. It's a whole vehicle. We got motors, we got you know what I mean? So it's just,
right.
we got a lot coming,
What encouragement would you give to any artist, up and coming artists that's trying to get to the next level? Because every year you have new artists coming out who are always lost, trying to figure out how to make that move. What would you say to them?
To me, I say just keep pushing, stay dedicated to what you're doing, put God first. And if this is what you're really doing, you believe in it, I say just keep grinding at it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing, because I done been through it all. I done let people try to tell me what type of songs to make to try to continue being on the radio or get on the radio, whatever. And it's like all the moves that I made.
What's going on, everybody? I am back. In case you didn't know, this is the end of the show for right now, but we got more. Believe me. Tune in tomorrow for another edition. And remember, Raw Review at 7. And we also have an end of year 9 wing special coming up also. And we'll be doing this type of show weekly. So you better tune in. Thanks. Peace. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Big Buji out. And remember, like I said, if you're drinking, you're driving, getting high, whatever, emotionally damaged, get a designated driver. And call a Uber, a Lyft. And if a family member calls you in the middle of the night, get them. That's all I can say. And we're out. Peace.